Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is just going on to 7 o'clock here at the final day of 2022. Go ahead and open up Colony Survival here. Back around. I figured we'd play a little bit more of this because I'm enjoying this game. What? My apologies. The coffee. Finished eating dinner. Now we're back to play a little more game. Let's see. We do have 10 threat. We're picking up exactly right where we left off. What is that? What is Colony Survival? Or 7 o'clock? Dark, were you not here for the first, I'm guessing you didn't catch the first survival then. This is... Oh, this is Colony Survival. This is an indie game that is essentially... Dark, do you know what Factorio is? Have you ever played Factorio? Okay, so Colony Survival is basically Factorio in 3D with more of a focus on base defense and base building more than production lines. You could turn off enemies in this game, and that would be a way you could play the game. However, basically every nightfall we will be attacked by waves upon waves of enemies trying to crash their way through our base. Essentially monsters. I believe it's zombies, but to be fair, one of the reasons we're actually playing through this is patch 0.9 for this game was huge, absolutely stonkingly huge. It was the game developers called it a total overhaul of the game, and so far, I kind of agree. Although we're not super far into it yet. But essentially, it's wave defense while you build up a colony of these little guys over here. They all do their jobs, and you don't have to worry about like belts or anything like that in Factorio, but it's very much a matter of like these guys right here, they're making planks right now. You can see the planks above their head, and that's what they're making. You can see, I believe, here, yeah, we've got one guard currently asleep. During the nighttime, he'll go up there and guard us during the night. We're pretty much just getting started here in this world, though, so... Another big difference between this and Factorio is resources in this are essentially unlimited, essentially infinite resources. For example, this guy right here, we named actually her. We named her last time because also all these guys are obviously just gender neutral entities. Decided I was going to call them boiks as a whole, and then decided the individual ones that are unique enough, like this guy, as this is our only forester, would get a name. For example. This is Oofer. She's named after a lumberjack character in a D&D campaign I run. The guard is Captain Steve. Or no. Yeah, Captain Steve. It was Captain Steve. Steve or Bob? It was either Steve or Bob. I can't remember now. I'll have to check back, but in the first episode. But, or the first stream of this. But yeah. At the moment, let's see what we're trying to get into. We need to do some science. Let's see. Requires wheat to unlock the tailor. Requires empty pots to unlock the porridge. Tanner takes animal carcass, which we can get via the trading. Anvil unlocks copper and leather. So we need the tanner to get the anvil, and we need the anvil to get, well, arrows, archery. And essentially, Dark, the more science we do and the more people we have in our colony, the more angry the enemies will get, and they'll get stronger and stronger as time goes on. Yeah, like I said, kind of just it's as if someone took a tower defense game and mashed it together with Factorio with Minecraft's aesthetic, or close to Minecraft's aesthetic, kinda. And yeah, we have if you look in the science tree, we're up here. What we've done is all the way down here, and we have to go through all of this. There's a lot in this update. And the last time I played this was about 2 years ago. So that's one of the reasons I was really excited to go through and play this. And you can see there's our captain of the guard over here, heading to his post. Let's see. Captain of the guard and only guard. Okay, we got 18 total meals. I don't play Minecraft. Fair enough. Let's see. We're on normal difficulty currently. Alright, it's complete. Day 11 completed Merchant's Hub. Oh, yes, Merchant's Hub. We need to make one of those. Turn the light on. Job crafters work. Oh. We actually can't make the... We can't make it here. We gotta make the workbench. Did they manage to make one of those? Job blocks. They did. Okay, good. They actually made two. We're gonna slap that down right here in this hut. As all these guys can make. Just the Merchant's Hub. For now, mind you. Okay. But they can use more tools than the Tinker. So an important thing we learned in the first part is that the Tinker can only use their hands and stone tools, whereas the other job blocks can use stone all the way up to steel tools. So we're going to need the Tinkers, but we need an extra one of these. Have extra beds. Yeah, we got 22 beds and 16 colonists. We're missing one job, which is... What? Because I don't think we have a potter. Jobs. I haven't said that the potter is off, so that's fine. Take planks and copper ingots. How many copper ingots? For the moment, let's turn off the smelter job so he'll come and do the job instead. Also, any zombies on the horizon? As we discovered last time, our threat did go up to 10 finally. Oh, hey, look, there was one zombie. We have officially killed the first zombie, or more accurately, Steve did. That's fair, Dark. Bored? Not likely. Find a good ending place? Very possible. Oh, yeah. These guys actually look very different now. They look genuinely a little freaking horrific out there in the darkness. The old version of this game, the last one I played, they looked essentially just like us, but with green skin instead of whatever the hell those things are. They look so weird when they're walking in from the distance like that. They just look... Are they actually taller than humans? I gotta check. No, I think they're about the same height as humans. I can still punch them? I can still punch them. Okay, you can still punch these guys to death. Oh, look, they've got little angry eyes. That's cute. Let's let our guard actually do his job, shall we? So, good lord. My throat, suddenly. My mortal enemy. Pretty few enemies, but then we are on threat. We are only on 10 threat. So that's to be expected. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was gonna watch other pathways to make sure that we snuck up on. Pretty sure I got it. So essentially, because it's a so dark, because it's essentially a tower defense game where you have free control of the entire world, essentially. We took the first session, and we made a nice big wall and moat all the way around our base, so that enemies can't get in. They have to come in through the main gate, which allows our valiant guard to kill them all with rocks fired out of a sling. Perfect. Yeah, it seems pretty quiet out. Yep, no one in the mine. Fantastic. Managed to go a whole day without actually trading. Now I'm curious, though. Will siege mode enable? Finally. Does not say anything about siege mode. Okay, that's concerning. I genuinely wonder if they got rid of siege mode. Or if there's just like a new enemy type or something capable of getting to you. Have walled yourself off completely. Speaking of things. Okay. And here come all of our brilliant workers, ready to start the day. Okay. Our mining boys. Get on down there. Have a good day. Have a good day at the mines. Have fun at the mines. Grabbing a meal. Grabbing a meal. We need to unlock the grocer as soon as possible. Oh. Looks like we've got a merchant hub. Oh. Really? Building that first. How about... How about no? Oh my dude, I need to on the action. Thank you. Doesn't say it has to be worked by a colonist, so that'll be interesting. How it works. I don't think there's anything we can do at the moment. Need to be doing. Trying to advance technology right now. Yeah, see, he can build those, buddy. You don't need to build those. Focus on. I believe in you. Sometime today, finish what he's doing. Maybe. Hey, there we go. Okay. And actually, that's a new thing. So when they have this job check mark complete on them, that means that they are out of work to do. They have nothing left they can do. I'm going to slap this down right here. Okay. Buy sell items for points. Current points here at 100. Purchase leather for 30 points. Sell earthenware for 30 points. Copper ingots for 3 points. Buy leather for 30. Carcass for 5. Okay. Let's see. What do we need? Probably we need to actually plant a wheat farm, specifically. One of you gentlemen is going to become a wheat farmer today. Did I put a berry farm? Planning on doing? I feel like I was planning on putting a berry farm here. Well, time for a wheat farm. I'm going to do it on the side. Let's pick out... Seems like a good run. So the maximum size of a wheat farm is 100. However, it can be any size, any shape of 100. So we can do a 10 by 10, or what we're going to do is a 5 by 20, because quite frankly, we don't have the space for a 10 by 10. Well, actually, do we have space for it? Actually, we can squeeze in a 10 by 10. Right there. We're going to bring it all down to one level. Just so we can get him farming on one little... Gotta make sure it's level. You don't have to. I guess that's a change they made in the new update, is that you don't have to make your farms level, but I'm going to, because it'll make it easier to scale upwards. Because unlike Minecraft, for example, Your plants do not require direct sunlight to actually grow, which means when we plan on growing, we're going to plant another row of crops basically right on top of this crop. Essentially, right there will be a second farm. Just enough space for you to poke your head in. Uh, we believe in tiered farming here in Dead After Dark. That's the name of the colony. Okay. Go ahead and throw down a... And let's get... Actually, you know what? We don't need the smelter can actually go back to being a smelter. Let's manage jobs. Smelter, go back to being a smelter. Job block crafter, we don't need there anymore. Who can we sacrifice one of to get on? I'm gonna say one of the berry farmers. And then whichever berry farm is no longer attended, we tear down. It looks like it was. It'd be this berry farm is one. Shrubberies. Okay, that is nicely down. And I was thinking about shrinking these down just to make them a little more efficient, but I don't think we really need to. And at some point, we're going to move away from berries entirely. So that's all right. We'll just leave them as is for now. They're not really in the way or anything like that. And very conveniently, we don't have to worry about wheat seeds. They just have infinite wheat seeds. We're good. Oh, that reminds me, I actually should have moved this guy down because of the farm above him. I think he will. But that's not a concern at the moment. In fact, far out is this. Let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hmm. Okay, just to confirm what I'm thinking here. 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. Actually, you know what? I can actually leave most of this here because it'll get picked up or used. In case you haven't figured it out, I am about to remove this farm. Place it instead. Oh. We can. And the threat is still the same, so we shouldn't see any horrendous attacks tonight. What team? I'm not sure what you're referencing. Ark. 5. In FIFA. Oh, okay. You know what? That makes a lot of sense. We're gonna get this leveled out, and then we're gonna go check on Steve. Good old Captain Steve. Wait, 10 by 9? Oh, I'm... Go. Go. And then this time, actually, we are going to straight up hire a column or a new column. We have enough meals to afford it. Let's go ahead and one additional farm. And sure that he goes to the right job. Yeah, so we have 2 wheat farmers. Perfect. All right, time to go check in on the garden. Ah, yes, I went and made myself some coffee myself while I was having dinner. My dinner was hot dogs and coffee. There's one. Good shot, Steve. That's why we pay you the big bucks. Although we are a communist society, we don't actually pay anyone anything. Your payment is survival, Steve. You get to survive. That's your payment, Steve. Quiet night. Wonder if that one that we just saw. Oh, another one. I was gonna say, I wonder if that one that we just saw was the one that we saw over there that was way down by the river. Oh, there's one. Coming up on you, Steve. That's fair. Coffee's not for everyone. I honestly, I know there's a big debate between people who drink coffee and people who drink tea. I think both are fine. I also drink a lot of water. I drink a disturbing amount of water, in fact. Well, not disturbing, but a large quantity of water. All right, good luck, Steve. I believe in you and your ability to keep this town safe from 5 zombies a night. It'll ramp up. It'll ramp up. Trust me. We're still early games in this. It's obviously way less than it used to be, even on normal. But I think even easy probably had more than this. But yeah, should be easy. Should be easy. Should be a reasonable number of zombies. There's one of our farmers. Is that the new guy? He goes to that farm, he's new. If he goes to this one, he's not. He's the new guy, because it looks like he's starting in the corner there. Yeah, he's the new guy. I'll make it possible for him to get down the side, too. Oh, they already can. It's just faster than that way. Hop to it, boys. Or does he really have to replant that whole thing? Nope, he recognized that there's wheat there. Now he's trying to find where that wheat ends. He found it. There he goes. Look at our boys. Look at our boys. It is 3:20 a.m. You said you're going to stay up until 6, right? You got another 2.5 hours? 2 hours 40? That's okay. I knew what you meant. Yerd. Uh, these guys are still working away. That's fair. Not for me. I've been incredibly tired lately. In fact, that's actually why I didn't stream yesterday. Is I was just too tired to do anything yesterday. After I got home from work, just yeah, I can't exist. I think I slept for like 13, 14 hours after I got home from work yesterday. Yeah, I slept a lot. Anyway, I I don't sleep much when I on days that I work. So when I'm not working, I sleep a lot. You know what? That's fair. Still in school at 18? Going to college? Sounds like you're going to college. I don't know how the school system works in Serbia, so I'd love to know if you'd care to illuminate me on how the schooling works there. Can I make a really dark joke? I don't know if I should. Say probably involves less guns than America. Social commentary. Keep up the good work. Oh, we've already got our first wheat. Fantastic, boys and girls. We've already got our first wheat. Wait, how? I thought wheat takes 2 days to grow. Oh no, did that change? Hate school. Hmm. When I was in school, I also hated school. I think that's a universal thing. I don't even think that's like an American thing. I think that's a teenage child thing. It's very much school sucks. School always sucks. Or at least most people hate it. Coffee. I would not be awake doing this stream if it was not for coffee. I will tell you that very much right now. I've had black tea with caffeine in it today. I've had Mio Energy with caffeine in it. I've had coffee. This is Death Wish coffee, by the way, which is twice as strong as normal coffee. Uh, so a normal cup of coffee has about 100 milligrams of caffeine in it. This has 200. I've had a lot of caffeine today, and I'm barely awake. Okay. Oh, we're working our way towards. Sometimes you drink energy drink. I don't drink energy drinks that much anymore. The closest thing to an energy drink I drink is coffee, tea, and like Mio Energy is technically a water enhancer. It's a little like squeeze bottle you put in your water, and it doesn't have sugar in it, doesn't have calories. It's like ascorbic acid and caffeine, and I think a few other like vitamins are mixed in there, and then coloring, of course, which I'm sure is bad for you, but whatever. Um, Everything Americans drink is bad for you. Everything Americans do is bad for you. Pro tip: if you want to have a healthy lifestyle, don't do what the Americans do. Trust me, I'm an American. Do not do what we do. It's not healthy. But anyway, Mio Energy, if you put it in your water, and you can add as much of or as little as you want. I really like the caffeine black cherry flavor, which is available here in most supermarkets. I'm not sponsored. I would freaking love to be sponsored by Mio Energy. I don't think that's a thing they do, but I would love that. That would be amazing. That's like a dream level goal is be sponsored by by a water energy company. That'd be freaking amazing. Oh, given how much freaking water I drink. One of my favorite subreddits, if you're ever on Reddit, is r/hydro homies. Fantastic. It's a fantastic subreddit that is dedicated purely to memes about water. That's about it. It's really stupid and I love it. Hoover, keeping up the good work. I don't know if our Nutella comes in bucket. It does come in large sizes though. Like I was at the Costco earlier today, which you don't know what Costco is, because I don't think Costco would exist in Serbia. It's essentially, imagine if your grocery store and an Amazon Prime warehouse got together and had a child. That's essentially what a Costco is. It's a store that sells pretty much anything you can think of. But oh, you do know what Costco is? Oh, fair enough. Is that because they exist out there they exist in your country, or is that just because it's like a pervasive like thing? Like the apparently quite famous American Red Solo cups. Movies? Is it because of movies? Memes. Of course. Gotta be memes. Fair enough. But yeah, Costco, well known for large everything. Uh, they do sell Nutella every once in a while, and it is more Nutella than you need. It is far more Nutella than you need in your life. Why did we get that one wheat? What the hell happened here? What happened, you two? How did we get one wheat? Yeah, Costco's big. Um, I want to say the Nutella jars that they sell at Costco when they do have it in stock, because Costco has a rotating stock. They don't always have everything in stock. I want to say the Nutella when they have it in stock is like, I think it's 2 1-pound jars in a package. I think. So essentially 2 pounds of Nutella at once that you'd purchase. Although I imagine in some places in America you might be able to find Nutella in bucket. You might be able to do that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of my coffee. Well, King, I gotta Google it. Bucket of 105-ounce tub. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. It exists. It does exist. 105-ounce bucket of Nutella. Holy crap. Yeah, that's it says it's for food service, for the food service industry. So, I don't know. For the record, that is 105 ounces, is 2.9 kilograms. Yeah. It, oh, you're gonna tell me you saw some people eating it, aren't you? Just straight out of a giant bucket. That sounds like something Americans would do. Eating it and ate it whole. Ah, I think it's also Nutella is supposed to be like a spread, like a condiment you put on other things, like bread. Like it's great on toast. I will say I'm not a huge fan of Nutella, but Nutella on toast is fantastic. Just eating it straight out of a bucket, I don't, I can't, I don't approve of that, and I'm American. Oh man, there's our Chad Steve taking out zombies left, right, and center. Well, really only left and right. Interesting that they're coming around this direction. Oh wow, I'm an idiot. I just noticed this. No more skipping half the maze for you. Now you have to go a long way and get killed by Steve. Steve, he going to kill you. He going to mess your shit up, man. Don't fuck with Captain Steve. Captain Steve is a baller. Look at this man. Look at the cold, undying stare of Captain Steve. He does not care at all. He is a murder machine. See? Murder machine. Hell on toast with milk. Mm. See, and that's the thing. That sounds great to me as like a snack or a dessert. It does not sound good to me as like a breakfast. Like, I don't like the idea of Nutella on toast as a breakfast. That does not sound good to me. Oh, anyway. All right, let's see. Got the wheat farm up and running. We unlocked gruel, if I remember correctly. Right? Pottery unlocks gruel? No. Hmm. This unlocks gruel. Made with 6 wheat at the Tinker's table. Capture time 40 seconds. Okay. I'll also eat 1 meal. So we get a harvest of 100 wheat every 2 days, which it looks like, other than this one weird freak wheat that I don't know where it came from, uh, we do, in fact, yeah, it's every 2 days still. Because the wheat he planted on day 1 is still here, and it's now brown, which means it'll now harvest it. That wheat will take another day to grow. And so it's not every other day, it's every 2 days. So every third day, we get a harvest of wheat. We get 100 wheat every 3 days. Takes 6 to make a gruel meal. So we get just just over 25? 25 times 106. Again, I am far too tired to even be awake right now, which is why I'm having trouble with this. We get 16 meals out of that. 0.6 technically. 16.6. So 16 meals every 3 days. I feel like the gruel actually makes it so it's not worth it. Like, I feel like the gruel is actually not worth it. We need to get up to the next level of wheat food, which is forage, as quickly as possible. What time is it in America? It depends. America covers like 8 time zones. It is currently 7:30 for me. I am in the general mountain time zone. So the, yeah, porridge takes water, which is infinite. Too much water. And then wheat, you need 3 of, so that ups it from 16 meals to 32.6, so technically 33. So there you go. Every 3 days, 33 meals from one field. That sounds worth it when you get a water collector up and running. And then we can get forage. You need to unlock forage for our people. And then later on, we can unlock bread and berry and bread meals, and that is even better. We also need to not die coming down these stairs. Where is the water gatherer job? Did we make any of those? No, we didn't make any of those because we didn't have a potter. Well, we've got extra jobs coming in. Let's up this to 1 potter. We don't need a crafter yet because we still have no use for that. Day guard we can still keep disabled. Refresh it, and we've got 1 job to fill. He'll go and do a pottery job. That'll get us some nice pots. Got 193 clay in stock. And then he'll get us enough pots. The pottery station will make a job block that is the water gatherer. And then we'll install the water gatherer. How you doing, fellas? Everyone doing good down here? 8-hour difference. Okay. Why did I think it was a 5-hour difference? I don't know. I'm crazy. Don't worry about it. I'm just insane. And then, yes, make those pots. Do the pottery. Earthenware. I'm gonna say make like 3 of these. Takes how long does this take? 360 seconds. I'm gonna say make 3 of those, but only when we're done on pots. Pots are your priority. Also, this guy can make copper tools. Once we get the copper anvil, that will allow us to make copper tools, which is fantastic. We'll use copper tools for everybody. And then, yeah, your job is make pots first, and then earthenware pots second. Earthenware takes water pots. So until we get a water crafter up and running, you actually can't make earthenware, period. Okay, good to know. And then, once you've got that... Oh, yep, he made the water gatherer already. Thank you. Speaking of water gatherer, how about you only make 1 of those spare? Thank you, because we're going to need the pots. Alright, now we go make the water gatherer, and I'm going to hire a guy right now, even though we don't have any jobs for him to do yet, but we're going to in a couple seconds. This is something that was in the first stream, which is Rand did this. We've got a little aquifer underground here. There we go. Now he'll come down here and he'll do his job, and we're going to give him a crate. Have to. Oh, there we go. Now he's got a crate there. If I remember correctly, I said I was going to give them a grass path all the way back there. Sure, why not? Let's give them a nice grass path to walk on so they don't have to feel so miserable underground here. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to your first day on the job, buddy. Nope, we're not walling him in. That would be quite the dick move. There we go. Okay, yeah, he's going to do his job. Classic Minecraft strip mine. Absolutely. I believe it's super dark down here. Yep. Okay, so we got to give these guys a torch. Unlike some of my friends who play this game as well, I like giving my people, like, decent working conditions, not cramping them inside of a hole. I'm actually going to also make it so he doesn't have to simply duck to do it. This is also something you'll see. See, he has a red marker over his head. That means he does not have what he needs to do his job currently. Which will be water. Yep. He cannot use any tools. You don't say. The guy who puts water in a pot doesn't need tools to do his job? Crazy. What a concept. There we go. It's a little nicer. Do we have any quarter blocks made yet? Yes, we do. We do have quarter blocks being made. Thing. Why is that not? Oh, probably because my head's in a block. This does not affect the NPCs, but it does affect me. Can I get more of these, please? Woodcutter, I believe, is the one who makes that. The difference between this mine and a Minecraft strip mine, though, is the resources in this mine are infinite. Find one piece of iron, you're good forever. Great. Oh, he's making copper. That's why you're not making things at the moment. Let's see. We need 150 firewood. Where are we at right now? 148. When he's smelting, are you capable of actually keeping up with this? Easy way to check. Let's see. You make 3 firewood every 20 seconds. And you use 1 firewood every 3 seconds. Or 330 seconds. So, should be doable. So if you're making mud bricks, which you should be actually making mud bricks, do gold ore. Was once used to guarantee the value of paper. Yeah. All right. Ore. We don't need that in our inventory. We have 236 copper ore. I wonder how many smelters you actually need to keep up with a single copper mine. Because we only have one guy mining copper. We have a guy mining clay, copper, stone, and I think a second one mining stone. Stone is awesome. I like building with stone more than anything else. There we go. Okay, yeah, he was able to keep up eventually. We'll throw our personal light back on. Yeah, fireworks or firecrackers. No, I'm not doing fireworks this year. I was tempted to buy a sparkler, but I figured it would set off the fire alarm in here. I live in an apartment. I can't do fireworks. I would get in very serious trouble if I did fireworks. Also, I live in a dry area of the country that is also not allowed to do fireworks. So I would be double in trouble with both the city and my landlord if I did fireworks. Um, so, you know, sad, but yeah, because I love fireworks. I love things that go boom. I love the smell of gunpowder. I want a candle that smells like gunpowder. Like I love candles because fire. But at the same time, I would love a candle that smells like gunpowder going off. Oh, we actually have wheat roll going up. There's no reason to not make it until we unlock porridge because it's something we can do with our wheat. But it's not perfect, I don't think. And yeah, we only got 6 of it. Wait, 6 of it. Oh, right, because we only had a partial harvest of each of that field. Might when he's done with this section, I might tear up that section that night so that it'll all get replanted. That way it's all on one cycle. We're still only on 10 threat. Interesting. Oh yeah, because colonists don't increase threat until we get to 25. And we haven't unlocked any more science yet. We could unlock water pumping, but there's literally no reason for us to. Because it unlocks water pot from a water pump. Which the only reason you'd ever use a water pump is if you don't have a water source. Which we do have a water source. We spent a lot of time in the last episode bringing water in from the river down there. It's actually where that aqueduct down there comes from, is we brought it in from firecrackers of 1 gram of gunpowder. They explode at the same time. So 250 grams of gunpowder, essentially. Nice. I approve. As a red-blooded American, that sounds like a good amount of DACA. But you could use more. Could always use more DACA. Did you set them all off at once, or did you set them off, you know, like a chain of firecrackers, or all at once? Because either way, I approve. What is it that we used to do back in the day as a kids? Was an M80? It was a quarter stick of dynamite, essentially, all at once. Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember how much dynamite an M80 was. It was either a quarter stick or an eighth stick of dynamite. You know, I can Google. How much dynamite is an M80? Approximately 3 grams of pyrotechnic flash powder. The M2 standard equipment and 80 is for the grains. So 80 grains of or 5 grams of flash powder. So yeah, okay. So an M80 is 5 grams of flash powder, and you did 250 grams. Oh my god, yes, that's great. I love that. Yeah, 5 is very small. No, really. The thing is though, like, still 5 grams of gunpowder is still enough to blow your fingers off if you're not careful with it. Um, yeah. There's a. I'm sure it's fine. Nice. Good shot, Steve. Steve, this trooper up here, man. Oh yeah, gunpowder is incredibly dangerous. Like, like we're joking about it right now, but gunpowder is insanely dangerous. Like, if you do not know what you're doing, do not play with gunpowder. For the love of God, you will injure yourself horribly. I mean, if it literally, it is so dangerous. Like, should not be playing with gunpowder at all if you do not know exactly what you're doing with it. Um, even if you know what you're doing, you probably shouldn't play with it. It's meant for exploding things. Like, it's not. It is not a toy. It is an adult toy. Like, you could use it if you're an adult and you know what the hell you're doing. I made a homemade firecracker. I mean, it's a bomb. Yeah, no, a homemade firecracker is absolutely a bomb. Like, here in the United States, you can go to a hardware store and buy a big jar of gunpowder, essentially, because people still, reload ammunition on their own. Like, people reload ammunition on their own all the time. I mean, hell, I know people who have real, genuine, working black powder muskets. Like, that's a thing. Like, and those people buy very specific gunpowder. 55 grams of gunpowder. Yeah, that is genuinely just straight up a bomb. 55 grams of gunpowder, that's straight up a bomb. Like, for example, you blew up 250 small explosives. It does not technically equal a single explosive of 250 grams. That's not really how explosives work, like the math on explosives work. But, like, if you were to take all those firecrackers apart and then detonate all of them at once using essentially uh, where was I going with this? Yeah, exactly. Taking apart firecrackers is also incredibly dangerous. But again, I know people who do that. But I'm saying yeah, exactly. If you were to take a single container of explosives that is 250 grams, that would be greater than 251 gram explosives. And just because of the way, because explosions don't scale linearly like that, um, because of the way air pressure works, essentially. They don't scale linearly. So 251 gram explosions is not equal to one 250 gram explosion. And first of all, disassembling fireworks is extremely dangerous. Do not do that. Even if you are a professional, do not do that. It's insanely dangerous. I do not endorse that behavior. I want to be very fucking clear about that. Um, and that's to anyone listening, not just you, Dark. That's to and anyone who might listen to this in the future. It is incredibly dangerous. Do not disassemble fireworks. Um, I'm not going to endorse what your friend did. Nope. Not approved. That is not Dead Videos approved. Anyway, what the hell were we doing? Let's see. Oh, I got 16 wheat. Nice. Okay, we'll throw that in there. Anyway, and then we should have a full harvest from that today, so that'll be nice. Okay. You as a trained professional, don't do it at home, kids. Absolutely. So it's what we see on on TV all the time. Closed course, trained professional, do not do at home. One of the ones I always loved was the Rooster Teeth way they always said it when they did their immersion back in the day. They'd have Jack Patillo say, this is trained professionals on a close course. Do not attempt at home, and if you do, you'll be known as the idiot who died trying to do something they saw online because you're an idiot. It was like they genuinely just like, don't do it. You'll be stupid. You'll be called stupid for the rest of your. By the rest, as long as people remember you, you'll be considered stupid. Don't do that. But anyway, I think my original point was like, to this day, you can still go into a hardware store in America and buy gunpowder, uh, and you could theoretically do whatever you want with that gunpowder because you're an American, and no one's going to question what you do when you're at home. That's why we have laws of like, if you make your own firearm, all you need to do is like tell the NRA, or not the NRA. I'm sure the NRA would love to know about it, but how much horn powder a bullet has? Oh, it's a like a very small amount. I think a 9 mil is something like 10 grains of gunpowder or some shit. Like, no, I'm thinking 20, 22. Yeah, it's measured in grains, and the first one I could think of was 9 millimeter. A 9 millimeter bullet between 4 and 78 grains. Yeah, 115 to 147 grains in a 9 millimeter Luger. Um, and over pressure tops out at about 165 grains per 9 millimeter bullet. Grains of gunpowder. Keep in mind, like, when was the last time you at home, unless you're a gun enthusiast, measured anything in grains? Go right now to your kitchen and try and measure out a pinch of salt in grains. Just try it. I guarantee, or sugar in grains. I like, not grams, grains. So, yeah, it's bullets are very specific, and they are do not take it does not take a lot of gunpowder to make a small thing go very very fast. Um, okay, what were we working on before we talk about guns? We could save the gun talk for when we get all the way down here and we unlock musket technology. Then we can start talking about guns. Let's see. We're got water. Got 7 pots of water in. You're making pots again. Good job. I'd honestly, if I was in this colony, I'd rather eat the berry meal. Cool. Everything here is done by professionals. Exactly. Especially Captain Steve. Captain Steve is the utmost professional. He handles that sling like a pro. Anyway. We talk about some weird shit on my streams. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We talk about weird shit on this stream all the time. Let's see. What's this one? Oh, steel, lead, and mineral oil. Yeah, sure. Let's see. We're still working on porridge. We need to have 5 empty pots in stock before we can unlock porridge, which we'll do. Absolutely, we are here. Tanner needs animal carcasses, which we'll get later. Leather. We'll get leather from the tanner. I think we can buy leather. We can also buy animal carcass. Yeah, we can buy. So we can buy leather for 30 points, or we can buy an animal carcass for 5. I think I'd rather buy the animal carcass and have the tanner process it. I presume, yeah, needs skin. Skin needs animal carcass. We get raw meat out of that too, and that also makes cooked meat. Interesting. That's an extra bonus. So we'll unlock the tanner's job. Yeah, for every animal carcass we purchase, because I don't think we can make animal carcasses. I don't think that's something we can do. So we're gonna have to buy them over time. But I'm betting we can also sell leather back. This is purchasable. Interesting. Maybe we can buy it. Maybe we can't. Or sell leather. Because if we can sell leather, then that makes a like recursion from animal carcasses. Probably not. We can sell off a few copper ingots because what 5 of them would get us 15 points. Enough for 3 animal carcass. That'll get us started. Sure. We don't need to buy linen. Linen we can get at the tailor shop from planting flax. Let's presume this unlocks flax, right? Unlocks. Yeah, unlocks the flax farm. So we can still do that. And then just 8 points. Oh, yeah, we can sell a linen for 7 points. Okay, so we can't sell it back. Okay, so the fact that we can't doesn't say points here means we probably can't. This is weird. Which do I pick? What do you mean? What do I pick? Smiley faces? I'll usually do this smiley face. That's the smiley face I usually use. Did I misspeak? Or did I miss something? I may have missed. I may have missed something. Okay. Don't need to put that down. If I put that down, they'll immediately try and make another one, and I don't want to. So, we're working on... We need leather for the anvil, which means we need the tanner for the anvil. And for the tanner... Oh, we actually need 5 animal carcasses to get the tanner in the first place. Okay. That would also help us get the meat, but we have no... We don't have the fire pit. Fire pit is unlocked by porridge recipe. You figured they would call this the fire pit science, then. We'll do porridge, and then by then we should have enough leather animal carcasses to do the tanner. So we'll do the tanner after we do the porridge. So we'll do porridge, tanner, and then anvil. And then we'll do tailor at some point afterwards. This requires us to have wheat in stock, which we are not currently stocking because we are immediately using it to make gruel. And you're just making faces in chat. I see how it is. Okay. You know what we can do? We can work on improving our villagers' lives a little bit. I can't make wood flooring myself. Wood flooring is made in splitting stumps. So I'm going to have you, your splitting stump. Actually, I'm going to throw down a second splitting. We got a lot of our base building stuff is going to be wood. Also, we're never actually going to stock any mud bricks because he's doing infinite copper ingots. And he cannot keep up with them. Copper miner. So we're never going to actually stock any mud bricks until we have multiple smelters worth of stuff. So because of that, I'm going to say... Oh, yeah, we also want to take a look at the log wall versus... See what that looks like. So there's the... That's dirt. There's log. Log wall. Okay. That's not bad. Put all the wood back. And then this is wood flooring. Doesn't look too bad. What does this look like in a wall? Oh, the textures combine. Oh, that's clever. I like that. Nice. It's actually quite nice. I quite like that as floor, though. I think the game's right on with that. That's more of a floor than a wall. Both look disgusting. To you, maybe. Let's see. Like, I wish you could touch it. What a weird description. Now that looks horrendous. Not a fan of the way clay looks. I think we'll go with... We can't make stone yet. I do want to bring on us because he is only just keeping up the smelter. 40 of that requested, and we have 40 of it. We don't actually have 40. Up that to 140. If you can keep up with that, awesome. If not, I will make a second You know what? I'm going to make a second tree cutter just because I want one. I'm going to need it anyway. We need lots of wooden resources, so we'll toss you there. The crate in. I'm going to go ahead and hire a second one. Not that. Colony. Because we are skyrocketing on meals. Yeah, the wheat farms are way more efficient than berry farms. We are doing great on that front. And hey, look, they actually managed to get all of it harvested at once, which means they are now synced up. Excellent. Well, it looks like they're synced up. Last ones. I'm just gonna. That, it's probably because we have to have. They're going so far away to the flag to get their meals, and they are capable of finishing all their work in a day. Reminds me. Nope, don't want to close that. I want to open it. Farmer, I cannot open the wheat farmer job. Okay, the wheat farmer has nothing it does, unlike the berry farm. It just harvests wheat. Got it. 9 pots of water. This guy's still working on pots. Dude works all day on pots. That's all he does. How many pots do we have being made? 10? It takes 80 seconds to make one. Yeah, that sounds about right. Very slow. Making pots is a very slow effort. I might want a second potter, honestly. Because we're going to need a lot of water in the long run. Having a second guy making pots is probably not a bad idea. Because it looks like the pots do get used up over time. Because I noticed in one of the recipes it says that it's empty 95%. I think that means it needs to be at least like 95% full. I'm guessing pots get used up over time, basically. They're now an expendable resource, essentially. Need 5 pots just to unlock porridge. I think if we want to get this done in a reasonable time frame, I think we should unlock or put down a second potter. Because he's also nowhere near used to keep at keeping up with how much clay we have. Because it takes 3 clay and it takes 80 seconds, and the miner probably produces a clay every 10 seconds or so. That's probably never actually going to catch up with that. Go ahead and hire one person and find the potter. Oh. You're now a potter. Congratulations. Man, this guy's right on it. He's like, I don't worry, boss. I got you. Let me just get some tools and I'll get right to work. Absolutely excellent. You're right here, bud. And also the flag. All right, perfect. 10 and 10. Excellent. Both set to doing your job. You two, keep up the good work. Let's see. We got that going now. Right? So fun fact, this is new. I noticed during the first session when I was scrolling through the science, just kind of looking at stuff. I wasn't looking at much, but I did notice there's a hand cannon. That's new. And there's a grenade launcher. Both of these are new. So, Dark, we will eventually get to explosives. That is a thing we'll get to. So, looking forward to that. That is something that was not in the game previously, and I'm excited to get there. Let's see. Right now, we're settling for slinging rocks at our enemies. That's what we're doing right now, is slinging rocks, people. Alright. We got the 2 woodcutters. We got this guy up and running. Let's actually bump you guys up. I do want some more of these. I want, like... I'm going to do the base in these. Probably 30 would probably be good. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies. I'll keep up the good work. All of you boiks, keep up the good work. This still only has the one thing, so it doesn't... Yep. You keep making them copper bars. We actually haven't bothered to make another water gather yet, because every time a pot gets made, the guy down there instantly collects it and uses it to make... I find this funny. I'm going to take some of this wood. Oh, everyone's heading off for the night, Dark? Is that what it is? Everyone's asleep but you now? Oh, beds get deleted now. They did not used to get deleted when you harvested them. Or picked them up. Yeah, they did not used to do that when you picked up the pile underneath them. No, I can still... As long as no one is in here trying to sleep, that's fine. Well, see, Dark, for non-crazy people, 4 a.m. is considered late to be awake. It is 1,600 hours. Now, it makes perfect sense that the beds now are destroyed when you pick up the block underneath them, but it did catch me off guard. Late for a normal day. That is fair. If when you are on vacation, hours get a little weird. Okay, there we go. We got a nice floor now, and I'm going to add another level. I'm gonna add a level above these guys. Want to up one more like that. I don't like the way this looks as a ceiling, though. Hmm. It'll have to do. Keep up the good work, boys. Everybody, keep working hard. And we'll make it through this. I promise. We will see our way through this apocalypse. Today, we are canceling the apocalypse. Such a good fucking... Dark, you ever seen Pacific Rim? It is a good, dumb movie. It's a great movie to just shut off your brain and enjoy. Pacific Rim. It's a good movie to just sit back and enjoy. Turn off your brain and Pacific Rim. It is essentially a movie of giant robots punching big monsters. That's all it is. It's in the vein of a kaiju movie. And the idea is it's essentially just humans were got attacked by giant monsters, and we decided, all right, we're gonna build giant robots to fight the giant monsters, and that's it. That's the whole plot of the movie, more or less, is big robot punch big monster, and it's very entertaining. It's a movie where you just shut off your brain and you just enjoy it. All Quiet on the Western Front is good. Nice second, he pops his head. Good job, Steve. Yeah, you know what? It's not like anywhere near a horror game or anything you get it, but they do look a lot spookier all the way out there in the middle of the night. I'm very bad at this. There we go. The sling is a difficult thing to use. It's got a weird arc to it. World War One and World War Two game. That's fair. And movies. Yeah, I mean, honestly, World War Two stuff is where it's at, man. I played. Did you ever play Verdun back in the day when the servers were still alive for that game? No. Verdun was a World War One mill sim essentially, where you sit in a trench and sit there and wait, and occasionally peek your head out into no man's land and get killed immediately because someone on the other team is watching you, of course. Um, and Vietnam War movies are also good. Uh, yeah, it's fair. I'm not familiar with very many Vietnam War games, but I'm sure they exist. I'm just not super familiar with them. Rising Storm 2. Sounds familiar. That does sound familiar, but I don't think I've ever played. I don't think I've ever played a Vietnam, unless like Call of Duty Black Ops counts, because that's technically set during the Vietnam War. But I don't think it ever calls it Vietnam. I don't remember if Black Ops calls it Vietnam or not. Or if it's set in Vietnam, or if it's just set in a jungle. there a Medal of Honor set during Vietnam? I feel like there was a Medal of Honor set during Vietnam that I might have played. World at War was great. World at War was pretty solid. I played that back on the Xbox and the Wii, weirdly enough. The Wii version was actually moderately okay, which was weird because you aimed using the Wiimote. It was really weird, but it was okay. It was not the strangest game on the Wii, for sure. Okay, let's see. All right, it's a brand new day, brand new dawn. We're gonna get some wood. We're gonna build more house for our guys. What I'm gonna take a stack of wood. I'm gonna tear down the walls and replace the dirt with. Do you imagine if you were sleeping one night and at 3 o'clock in the morning your landlord just tore down the walls and started replacing them? Man, that'd suck. It's WII. I think my favorite game back on the Wii was probably... Man, what was my favorite game back then? What was my favorite game on the Wii? I'm drawing a blank, honestly. Like, I played a lot of games on the Wii, but I can't remember what my favorite one was. If I even had a favorite one. I'm not a big fan of sports games. I did play, like, like the Wii sport games because it was the fancy novel thing was Wii motion control games like bowling and tennis and stuff like that. That was the novel thing at the time on the Wii. Gotta give it to Nintendo. They always come up with something weird for their consoles. It's never just a console. So, although I think the Switch is probably the greatest one since the GameCube. Where's foot? That's fair. I No, the guy who plays FIFA and talks about FIFA every time I stream, his favorite sport is football. No, I don't believe you. Doesn't sound like you. I don't really enjoy any sports. I think all sports for me are on a neutral baseline of I acknowledge it exists, except for one: hockey, ice hockey specifically. Because I mean, what kind of hockey is there? Sure, you can play hockey in the street or in a field, but field hockey is not real hockey, and ice hockey is my favorite sport. um, but also it's just really entertaining. And growing up in a hot state like California, because I did not live super close to the ocean, so it was hot. It was mostly hot state. Cause California is mostly desert. Growing up in a hot state and going to an ice cold hockey rink every once in a while to watch hockey in person, oh, there was nothing that could beat that. It was like, because I mean, even when you have the whole stadium full of thousands of people, that ice hockey stadium is ice cold because there's a giant pool of ice in the middle of it, and they have to keep the whole thing cold, otherwise the ice will melt. So of course it's freezing in those stadiums, and I love the cold. I'm a sucker for the cold. It's why yeah, exactly. It's why I love snow, even though I'm an adult and have to drive in it, and shoveling it is my responsibility often. Um, but even then, I still love snow. Can't take that away from me. Um, Okay. How are we doing on science today, ladies? Still need 5 more pots. Still, oh, we're 1 pot away from having a full stock of water, which means that these guys will actually... The pot that you make will be the first empty pot that goes towards science. I have high hopes for you. Okay, let's see. You guys are working on wood floor. Excellent, excellent. That'll go well. How about that? Wood, firewood. We got 151. Excellent, excellent. Got some log walls. Okay, excellent. I'm going to use those log walls. I don't like RPGs. RPGs are probably my favorite game. Um, as long as it's usually mixed with something else. I'm not a big fan of hack and slash RPGs anymore. Um, also fire up Diablo 2 from time to time, just because Diablo 2 is awesome in my opinion. Um, but like, for example, like Skyrim, one of my favorite games. Actually, in the Steam replay that just came out a little while ago, which was the Steam's attempt at showing you everything you did that year or this year, Skyrim was actually on my list of most played games, which is hilarious. I think it was the game I played the 4th most this year was Skyrim. Let's see. I don't have anything else I can place like here. I want like most hours in Fortnite. Yeah, and there you go. I hate battle royale games. I do not enjoy them. I am not a competitive person, so I do not play competitive games. The only competitive game I play is Valorant. That's it. And I only play Valorant because I have a whole pile of friends who play Valorant, so I play it to hang out. I play it specifically to hang out with those friends. That's it. That's the only reason I play Valorant. Used to play TF2 back in the day, but now the community for TF2 is so small that like you have to know servers to play on, and you don't really play TF2 anymore, fortunately. Which sucks because I was great at Pyro. And I don't mean walking forward and spamming M1. I mean headshotting people with flare guns from across the map because I'm very good at that. And also shooting people with their own projectiles as Pyro. Survival games are good. Survival games were actually on like the Steam replay had a spider graph of your interest of games you're interested in, and the top thing I was interested in was space, but it's not really a genre. Space is in itself not a genre as far as I'm concerned. But open world survival crafting games like this were the next on my list essentially. Which is funny because Minecraft isn't even on Steam. Yeah, I'm a big fan of space games. Love space games. Off the top of my head, on my list, I can list off Space Engineers, Starbound, Osmotier. That's a good one. I'm thinking Steam games that are space related. There's another one, Astroneer. That's a great one. It's not on Steam, but it's excellent. It's called Star Sector. It is fantastic. It's basically, if you've ever played Mountain Blade, it's Mount and Blade in space, and it is fantastic. It's being worked on by a team of currently, I believe, 3 people. And one's doing sound, one's doing all the coding, one's doing story writing. And I think 4 people, because there's story writing and art. Art direction is also a big one. That game, and it used to be being made by a single person. I bought my first copy of Starfarer, because it used to be called Starfarer, in 2012. January of 2012 is I think when I bought that game, and I still fire it up about once a year, because that's when they release their big updates. Is about once a year, and it's coming along. It's getting closer to 1.0 release, but it's not there yet, and it is even in its unfinished state. I probably played that game for thousands of hours, but it's not on Steam. And the developer has no intention of releasing it on Steam until it is done. He does not like the idea of Steam Early Access, or it was called back when he made the game, Greenlight. He didn't think his game would make it through Greenlight. The fact that people are still buying it to this day. And if you have the extra moolah hanging around to buy a game, and you enjoy, or two games free and fun. Fair enough. What's it called? There's a lot of World War II games that are free. There's a lot. Like, the one that comes to my mind instantly is Heroes and Generals, which is free, and it's enjoyable, but it's not very good. It's very pay to win, that game. Got 127 wheat. We're getting more wheat than we can process with gruel. Which means I think it's time, because wheat unlocks the tailor. That doesn't bump up our threat level, so we're actually going to complete that while we can. Heroes and Generals. Heroes and Generals is the one you're talking about. Okay. I played Heroes and Generals back in the day. I didn't do much with the general side, but I played quite a bit on the Heroes side. For those of you who are not aware of what Dark and I are talking about, Heroes and Generals is a free-to-play World War II game where you essentially... Bikes. I'll get to that in a moment, Dark, but you are correct. Heroes and Generals is a free-to-play World War II game where it has essentially two game modes. One that you can play on your mobile phone and also on your PC, called the General side. Every 3 months, Dark? I'm trying to remember. I think it's every 3 months, the map, quote-unquote, of the world, or of World War II, resets. And essentially, all the players control all the units on the game. And there's also there's a third game mode that's a skirmish where it doesn't really affect the overall world map, essentially. And if you're playing on the general side, you get essentially a squad of troops. And I think the starting thing is it starts you with infantry. Like, I think you get one free unit of infantry when you start the game. It might be different now because I played it like 5 years ago. I want to say is the last time I played Heroes and Generals. And enlisted. I think that's a new unit type from the last time I played Dark, so I wouldn't know what that is. But you would essentially assign an infantry to a battle, and all the other players that are generals would say, okay, I've got, infantry, tanks, planes, whatever. And if you're playing in war mode on the hero side, you can see a battle that's going on, and you can see all the generals that have assigned. Oh, no, the game is called Enlisted. Okay, it's a different game. That's fair. I've heard Enlisted is good. I've heard Enlisted is very good. So essentially, if you're playing on the hero side, you can see all of the generals that have assigned troops to a battle, an ongoing battle, and you can see, okay, there's infantry in this battle and there's tanks. Well, I really like playing as a pilot, or I only play as a pilot, so I'm not going to join that battle because there's no planes there. Or if you're a general, you might say, well, this battle needs planes, so I can go play in it. And then you'll send planes there, and then you can go play it in yourself. You send your squad of planes to it. And then, essentially, the way that works is all of the generals have units there, and then the people actually playing in the battle get to use those units as resources, as number of respawns, essentially. Which sometimes in the war mode, that leads to very one-sided battles where one side will have, like, 700 infantry, and the other side will have 1,000 infantry, 200 tanks, 300 planes, and, like, specialist infantry. It's like, okay, well, we know who's going to win this fight. Probably not the people who only have infantry. The skirmish mode is balanced. Everyone gets a little bit of everything in the skirmish mode. And then that was Heroes and Generals last time I played it. It was very heavily balanced around playing with sniper rifles, and that's it. If you weren't using a sniper rifle, you were letting your team down. And a lot of people, like especially free-to-play people, didn't have sniper rifles. So they were there with your basic rifle and getting picked off instantly on spawning. And also, APCs. APCs are super important in Heroes and Generals because they function as mobile spawn points. Very useful. Enlisted, I've not heard anything about. Or Enlisted, I've heard about, but I've not played Enlisted myself. I might do that at some point. Might be fun. I have not played like I said, I've not played a World War II shooter in like 5 years. Okay, well, now that we're done talking about that, while everyone's been working on stuff, let's see, we've got, hey, look at that, we can get porridge, ready to go. Got porridge, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and that unlocks the grocery store. Excellent. This allows our people to actually get their meals wherever they're working instead of at the banner. Which means it's probably time we start designing a workshop house. If we put all these people in one building, like, and then the farmers can come to the banner and get their meals, that's fine. And we'll have two grocers, essentially. One over here by the workers, and one down in the mines, so these guys don't have to come up and waste their hold. These guys, imagine how much time miners are wasting, coming all the way up here from the mines. I might try and list it at some point. Maybe after I beat Spyro, we'll try it on stream at some point. I already have an idea for a game in mind after I beat Spyro, Year of the Dragon, but I will reveal that information when we get there. But maybe if I do an extra stream, we'll try and list it at some point. I'm not going to say that, Dark. I'm going to reveal that information when we get there. Because shenanigans. Let's see. Okay, we need 2 more animal carcasses to buy. The research. It says kamikaze. There. Yeah, that unlocks the Tanner. Okay, we got the Tanner unlocked. And our threat is now 35, ladies and gentlemen. 35. The Tanner unlocked up to by 10, Porridge by 15. I believe it was the Merchant sub by another 10. So, we're going to go up to that one. Oh, yeah, I forgot to talk about Heroes and Generals. Heroes and Generals. The infantry have a numerous amount of vehicles available to them. Tanks being one of them, although you can spawn as a tanker specifically. You can get, if you're an infantry, you can get like on the tanks, machine guns, or right on the back, which is a terrible idea. It'll get you to the battlefield faster, but also get you shot very quickly. But the best thing is on most of the maps, in fact, I think all of them, at every spawn point, there are APCs, civilian trucks, which function as essentially a civilian version of APC, but it doesn't function as a spawn point like an APC does, and it's not armored. Meaning one guy with a machine gun will mow everyone down in that vehicle instantly. And the best mode of transportation, the bicycle. It's just so good. You can just drive through battle on a bicycle. It's so good. Okay. I'm going to man the walls with Steve tonight, because we did up the threat from 10 to 35. Now, mind you, we got this whole maze. Steve should still be able to handle it. If not, I'll get in there. We'll mix it up. We'll start punching some guys down. It'll be great. Other than that... Let me get the dark brown stairs. Nope. Okay. Then... 405 logs. That's good. That number is going up. As long as this number keeps going up, we don't need a second forester. Okay. Let's see. What do we need to do? I said we needed to start making an actual building for the builders, inkers, and the workshop people, which I stand by that statement. Is this design still doable for a shop area? Because we're gonna unlock the grocer, right? You know, while you guys keep working, I'm gonna go design another building like over here. For a tank was everybody. Yeah. Yeah, that'll happen. I'm just gonna add this onto this building. Yeah, it sounds. You know, I'm gonna do a little like. I'm gonna make a not square building. I'm gonna make a nice building that looks a little different. It won't be the most efficient thing, but it doesn't need it. Gonna have a little step down into a second crafting area. It's gonna be for other crafting things. I'm assuming crafting stations work a lot like the beds, and that they get destroyed now when you pick up the block underneath them, so I'm not touching those. Actually, you know, I'll test on this guy. Yep. That out of my inventory is great. Hell let loose. I'm not familiar. Monster of a PC to play. I mean, I have a monster of a PC. Tell me a bit about this game. If you'd be so kind, Dark. Curious. You know what? I'm just going to use logs. Alright, it's World War II. That's about right so far. This needs to be one wider. Tanks, artillery. I'm liking what I hear so far. Trenches. Is it a top-down shooter? Is it, first-person shooter, third-person shooter? Massive combat? Small squads? Like Call of Duty level? Are we talking Battlefield 1942 level combat? Like, does it have any weird gimmicks? I mean, I suspect the list of guns will be, full and complete for a World War II game. Most World War II games are pretty good about getting all the guns. Hardcore. So what, you die once per battle and you're out? Or what does hardcore mean in terms of this game? Perfect. Finally see if Steve's really worth the money we pay him. So far, I'm going to say yes. One shot, one kill. Okay, so what if I shoot you in the leg with a Luger? Does that still kill you? Fair enough. But, a reasonable time to kill. That makes sense. So it's a more realistic shooter. Got it. Okay. With a gun, not a pistol. I think you'll find pistols are still technically guns. Sir. Oh, yeah. 35 threat. They're starting to actually come in here a little faster. Oh, one of them actually got up onto the dirt. And Steve says no. Oh, we got 3 in a line coming up there. Those guys will definitely get on the dirt, I presume. Oh, got one coming in from that direction too. Remember, we're here. We're ready to jump in if we need to. If they get to this side of the maze, I will jump in there and start messing them up. Also, if they get to this side of the maze, that means we need to hire a second guard. Other than that, looks like we're doing pretty good. Escape from Tarkov is not a World War II. No, I'm pretty familiar with Escape from Tarkov. It is not my kind of game. All right, Steve, it looks like you've got this pretty well in hand at this point. Guys way down there making their way in. See, Captain Steve, this is why we pay you the big bucks. And soon, I'll give you a soldier instead of just you. Okay. Still making an influx of meals. That's great. Doing great on meals now. Being able to see the statistics of the colony would be great, because I imagine the statistics board probably tells us, it gives insights into the activity of your colony. Probably will tell us how many meals consuming versus me. Hey, Rathis, nice to see you. Happy New Year's, Rathis. You're 9:30 for you, Rathis? Right now? Or is it New Year's yet for you, Rathis? Is it still 2022 for you, Rathis? It's a very important question. We have to know the answer to the question. 10:30. Okay, so you're 2 hours ahead of me. All right, fair enough. Yeah, we're just kind of hanging out, playing some colony survival. Let's see. Oh, I don't have enough pots. We just need some leather now. And I think right now I'm actually just waiting these guys wake back up so I can get more wood so I can finish up the new Tinker's house we're working on. It's not perfectly efficient, but it's going to be solid. Because I don't need it to be perfectly efficient. I'm not min-maxing this game right now. I say as I place down 3 crates in a row. You guys are making planks. You're making bullets. You're supposed to be. You guys are making walls. Excellent, excellent. Good job, guys. Keep it up. I need more of these. Put another pathway. I need to put. No. Yeah, I think this is fine. There? Because I want the doorway right there, right? This is 2. That'll be 2. That'll be the wall. That's fine. Okay. Put these away. Don't need those. Oh, you know what? I get the planks out and start filling in this wall. Actually. Oh, you have killed the pineapples. Shame. Shame, Dark. Real nightmare scenario, honestly. Running out of pineapple juice. Hey, look at that. We got the bottom floor done. Excellent. Job site. Did anyone finish the tanner? What does the tanner take? I presume... Oh, it's probably made at the crafting bench that I removed. Yep, tailor shop, fire pit, tanner's table. Okay. Also, that means these guys can move workbench from... I don't... I'm working on that. This guy will build it instead if we need more of them. Right now, it seems like they only build shops or job sites. That probably doesn't matter that much. Now, the fire pit... Definitely need to get someone on this job, though. Go ahead and recruit that. We have 0 spare beds. That's fine. We were building a floor for a reason. Speaking of floors, I need you to up the amount of beds to 22. Like our suite has enough space for 22 beds per floor, so we're gonna go at 22. Put that there. Then should just work on the beds next. Yep. We've got extra wheat. Okay, good. We got this guy. He's working on the fire pit first. Fire pit first. Merchant hub next. Tailor shop, fire pit, tanner's table. Oh, we'll figure that out. Probably need the tanner's table over the tailor shop. What are ghost guns? So ghost guns are essentially something where you make your own firearm and you don't get it registered. like you're supposed to. And essentially, it could range anything from something you make out of like plumbing pieces to machining your own parts to, and this is the one that a lot of people think of when they think of ghost guns, is 3D printing. There are plastics out there or materials you can use for 3D printing that are powerful enough, yeah, that are strong enough to fire a bullet and not break. So you can 3D print firearms on a 3D printer. Like the 3D printer I have downstairs, if I was to get the correct filament for it, like you don't even need that specialty filament if you only want like a small amount of shots out of it before it breaks. Like the one I have downstairs with the plastic I have downstairs, which is normal plastic, I could 3D print a firearm right now if I want to, and that would be a ghost gun because there's no way to track that whatsoever. And also, the gun's made out of plastic. It will not set off any metal detectors. It barely shows up on like X-rays of like airport X-rays and stuff like that. So that's what a ghost gun is. It's kind of a scary term thrown around by politicians, honestly. I don't think there's been a single reported like death to a ghost gun or a shooting related to a ghost gun. Most guns that are involved in like mass shootings are just purchased because that's America. We just purchase our tools of killing our friends and fellow countrymen as America. Well, see, and that's the thing is as well. Those guns can exist in any country, not just America. Just because 3D printer technology is not limited to America, as far as I know. And there's no way to stop someone from downloading the STL file for a firearm. Like, that's not possible to believe. So, anyone could pick one up if they wanted to. An MG42 in scratch. Yeah, I believe it. I 100% believe that. I do not disbelieve that for a second. That someone out there was like, I'm going to make an MG42, and either printed it or made it out of plumbing parts. Or commercially available parts. You could just buy parts for guns. It's not that hard. Depending on where you live. And what the individual restrictions are for where you live. I will say, in America, it's a lot harder to outright buy a machine gun nowadays. I believe you still can if you have like collector's licenses and stuff like that, but I'm not a big gun guy. Yeah, the MG42 is named Hitler's buzzsaw for a reason. Nice, relaxing water. Wait, is that a zombie all the way out there? That totally is. That's a zombie all the way out there by my crosshair. I want to watch that guy and see how long it takes him to get here. Visible right above my cursor. You probably can't see him on stream, but there's a zombie all the way out by the river. Oh, there's two more actually just spawned in. I'll just wait. I'm sure they'll die. Don't say his name. Oh. I'm assuming you're referring to the German leader during World War II. Is that a like restricted thing in Serbia to talk about his name specifically, or do you just not like him? To be fair, I don't like him either. I want to be very clear about that. Nazis are bad. Oh, I'm not concerned about YouTube at the moment as to whether or not they're gonna demonetize me or anything like that. It's fine. I'm not a history channel. I'm not, I'm not rated E for everyone. I specifically tell YouTube, in fact, that my streams are not for children. And if anyone tuned into my stream can't handle me saying a name, that's their problem. Don't watch me. Yeah, but I know YouTube doesn't like talking about World War II. Although I'd argue that topic they should be more concerned about is discussing ghost guns. That's something they should actually be more concerned about. This doesn't look amazing right now, but I'll clean it up a little bit when we get more materials to work with. Some stone, colored wood, that kind of stuff. We'll clean this up a little bit, make it look a little nicer. YouTube, not YouTube. I don't follow. Ah, a conundrum. Because the downstairs one is built different. Well, we'll still be able to hold a decent here. That's fine. We don't have, again, we're not trying to be perfect here. If we were trying to be perfect, I would have mapped this whole thing out before we even built first plank. Quiet, they're sleeping. Wakes are asleep. Anyway. Alright. Let's see. Oh, they did manage to get the tailor shop up and done while they were... And also the fire pit, too. Nice. The fire pit down and the tailor shop so that we can look at what's... YouTube, what do you call them? What do I call... Oh, the people? Boiks. Here, I'll put it in-game chat. Boiks. I don't know where I first heard the term boiks, but I believe it's a gender-neutral term. Or, like, person, essentially. This up. Put it back down. Go. You know what? I know these guys, they're going to use the corners anyway, so I might as well put down. Go. And, you know, we're going to put the tailor shop there and fire pits. You said pigs. No. Boiks. I guess I could see how that sounds like pig. Wheat porridge. Consumes water and wheat, and it takes 48 seconds to craft versus a wheat gruel, which takes 20 seconds. It takes 6 wheat. We are not going to craft any more wheat gruel. We are just not crafting any more of that. You're on group 2, aren't you? Oh, yeah, of course. I just picked it up. That's why. We're going to craft wheat porridge. We're going to craft cooked meat. And I'm going to need 2 extra colonists because of the place. Not a tailor, though. It takes flax. We don't actually need the tailor yet. Go ahead and hire one, please. Thank you. This guy's going to be here making meals for us all the live long day. The tanner. We don't have one of those yet. Working on the tanner? Oh, the tanner takes linen. Well, hang on. We have a slight way to get around that for the moment. We need 30. Sell 10 of those. Thank you. Buy. Make us that tailor. Or tanner. Make it the tanner. Tanner, go. Go, tanner. There we go. As long as the tanner's things don't require linen to make, we should be okay. Which it looks like... Go down to the tanner. Skin takes animal carcass, and leather just takes skin, and animal carcass gets us cooked meat, or gets us raw meat as well. This guy will be able to make meat. Oh, you're fine, dude. You speak... I don't think I've heard you talk, but I know for a fact that your English that I have heard you type is better than some Americans. So don't be bad. Don't feel bad about your English. Your English is great. Comparatively to some Americans I know. So don't worry about it. Your English is fine. I'm gonna throw back down the tailor shop just because I'm gonna want one eventually. And once we get a flax field down, it'll be nice to have. You're working on the bed. Nice. And tanner is done. Yep. Leather and skin from animal carcass. And yeah. All right. Awesome. Now. Colony. Manage jobs. We do not need a tailor. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you live in a different country. It's not like you don't live in a predominantly American English speaking country. Um, it's okay to not know English. I don't know any Russian or French. I know a little bit of French actually, uh, but like, I don't know. You speak Russian in Serbia, right? Or does Serbia have its own language? Forgive my ignorance on the subject. Or do you speak like a dialect of Russian? Serbian. Oh, Serbian. Okay, you do have your own language. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, like I don't speak Serbian. I didn't even know Serbian was a language. I'm an ignorant American. Ignorant American pig dog. Um, Probably offensive, but whatever. uh, let's see. We need one additional recruit to be the tanner. Oh my gosh! Look, they're making earthware. They're making earthenware. I can sell it. We have one that we can sell. Sell, and I don't need to buy animal. I need to buy animal carcass so that they can do that. I just need to keep up on that. Nitrocellulose. Yep, that's the colony points 50 to get the grocery shop. Oh, we could do that. Operating a lot. We need 50. 50. Science. This is not complete. This is not add any threat, so we can do that. And then we can. Oh, this is our last colonist before we start increasing threat. At 18 colonists, it begins to up threat. Important to note. Oh, right, he's cutting down trees. Oofer's cutting down trees. Good job, Oofer. Keep it up. Anyway, let's see. Oh, I think I understand what this means. When it says on here, empty 95%, I think there's a 95% chance we get our pot back. And there's a 5% chance we lose the pot. I'm thinking that's English, Serbian, Croatian, Russian, and some Macedonian, Bosnian. That's incredible. See, that's the thing is, like, Americans, we speak one language, sometimes two. Like, for example, I speak English and a little tiny bit of German, and I mean a small amount. Like, I can say hello and goodbye, and thank you and you're welcome in German, and then a little less Spanish. And if I think about it for a long time, I can probably remember some of the French I took in high school, but that's it. Like, Guten Tag to you too as well. It would be oh god, yeah, like that's the extent of my German, and I'm German. Like, I am of German descent. Guten Tag, Nein, Jawohl, or Jaworn. You sprechen Sie Deutsch? There's that. There's what else do I know in German? Schnell. Yeah, I know very little Spanish. I know enough to know if someone's cursing at me in most languages. I will say that. Like, if I hear a Spanish curse word, French curse word, or a German curse word, I know what those are. um, so, we need leather for that. Didn't we hire a tanner, right? Oh, he's probably working on. And in German, that's pretty solid. I think. Could I still count to 10 in French? Un, deux, trois. Nope, I lost it. Un, deux, trois. Uh, this. Oh no, what is four in French? Oh no, I've lost it. I don't. I don't speak any French anymore. I'm actually thinking about learning Spanish, like properly learning Spanish, because it'd be useful in my work to know Spanish, because Spanish is probably the language I run into the most that isn't English. Um, and it'd be useful to know. Raw meat, Aiden Tanner's table. I have a feeling there's something we can do with raw meat and cooked meat that is better than just cooking it and eating it later on. Oh, I just got a text message. This is probably work. It's in fact work. That looks like it's the end of the ongoing incident, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. I need to actually check the incident. See what was found. On email. Let's go somewhere else because it's the incident. I just haven't gotten the email yet. Alright. I'll have to check that again in like 5 minutes. Just to see. Okay. I can't wait until we unlock the stonemason so we can actually, start building stuff with the stonemason. That'll be great. Did we unlock we unlocked the grocer, but we haven't built one. I'm assuming it's built here. Yeah, grocery store. I want that highest priority. I want that done. What does it take? Linen. Okay, before day comes, we can get some more linen. What do we have to sell? Sell off a couple more copper bars. Buy 3 linen so that we can make 3 of the grocery store. The grocers. Takes 3 planks and 1 linen for. Look at Discord when you can. Let me put up my phone. I'm gonna go check what's going on up here with Steve. Alright. Game recommendations? Game recommendations. Okay. Neat. I will take a look at those after the stream. Like, I'll take a look at them in detail. Is what Okay. Steve, picking them off one by one. Looking good, Steve. Yep. Ah, man. I'm having a thought. Wondering if there's a way to prevent these guys from hiding behind there when they get to there by placing a half block there. Not sure. By placing a half block against that wall, not this wall. Because if it's on this wall, they'll just climb up immediately and go. But if it's on that end, it might be doable. I think that guy right there is the furthest a zombie has made. I'm gonna put a torch there. Right there. That's the furthest a zombie has made it so far. Just a little marker for it. Okay. I'm wanting to play this all week. Colony Survival, that is. So I am really enjoying my time right now. I'm wanting to play this all week. I only got a chance to. Because I didn't want to play it without stream. Here's the game set on Earth after an apocalypse. You need power, gather wood. Okay. Post-apocalyptic game. Post-apocalyptic games are also pretty fun, in my opinion. Like, they're one of my preferred genres, I think, is post-apocalyptic game. I think Post-Apocalypse was actually on my Steam spiderweb. For the Steam replay. Yeah. Sounds about right for a survival game set in the post-apocalypse. I'll have to see how it compares to heavily modded Fallout 4, because heavily modded Fallout 4 or Fallout New Vegas is a great survival game for post-apocalypse. I'm gonna move this berry farm. I need to move all those jobs indoors, but I'll do that tomorrow night. So the guy that was here should just go over there. He should plant his a little more efficiently. He won't have this line over here or this line over here. Does he actually eat seeds when he plants this? I don't think he does. Interesting. They should redo all of their farms at some point to be like this one, more efficient. And these guys can all deal with the banner for their food, and we're going to plop a grocery store like outside here. Actually, well, I like this idea. Actually, what if we had them walk up this way, and we had a grocery store in here that was only accessible from the inside? I like the idea of that. And then the farmer's going to access the banner, not the one on the inside. It's like a cafeteria. It'll be like a cafeteria for the workers in here. I like the idea of this, actually. Stupid, and I love it. There's a lot of good games out there. There's so many good games out there. Actually, what if we also made like a kitchen next to the cafeteria and we had this guy working in like the kitchen? Oh, I like this. I like this stupid idea that I just came up with. Maybe not on this side though. I mean, this year, next year. Yeah, there's a couple games. There's a couple games coming out in 2023 that I'm looking forward to. There's Xenonauts 2. Looking forward to that. It's not technically, has not been announced it's coming out in 2023, but based on what I'm seeing from the forums of like the play testing that's going on and the fact that they changed the expected due date from to be determined to coming soon, I'm really hoping for first quarter of 2023. But I'll settle for any time during 2033. Xenonauts is a great game. I love it so much. We're gonna put that back. I'm trying to think what else was coming out. I'm sure I could easily figure out if I actually, looked at my Steam like wish list and stuff like that. Pretty easily could figure out what's coming out in 2023. There's lots of good stuff I'm sure coming out. 3 to 5 games that you know of that you're looking forward to? Bring this up to this level. I love the idea of like this colony being like a weird shape, not just always squares. I hate squares in games like Minecraft and Colony Survival. I don't like buildings like Terraria. I heard you mention Arc Raiders and Nightingale before. And Derelicts, I think I heard you mention that one too. Look at that landscape. Someday, we're going to go to that mountain, and we're going to mine it for all of the gold it's got. Oh yeah, there's some... I don't know what AAA games are coming out next year. But I feel like there's at least one that I was interested in. I don't know. Guess we'll find out when we get there, And that's the nice thing about gaming is there's always something new to play, and if there's nothing coming out that interests you, like let's say you're like interested only in Dark Souls, like just as an example, you only like Dark Souls. There's nothing stopping you from going back to playing Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring. I mean, Elden Ring got Game of the Year, for God's sake. I'm not surprised. I think Elden Ring actually genuinely deserved Game of the Year. Elden Ring is a great game. You mean AAA? By a like name brand developer. So, for example, EA, Electronic Arts, or BioWare. A game you would see in a physical store. Generally, like for example, when Minecraft first came out, you would not think of Minecraft as a AAA game. Minecraft was an indie title. What I'm playing right now is an indie title. You would never find a hard copy of Colony Survival in a Walmart or a GameStop or any other gaming store. You just wouldn't. A, it doesn't exist, and B, it's not popular enough they would stock it. They wouldn't make money on it. So it's things like your God of War, Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, like FIFA. Exactly. FIFA is absolutely a AAA title. Um, Actually, you know what? I really like the idea, like an underground. This building just keeps getting deeper and deeper every time I build onto it. Far Cry is another one. Yep. Maybe these 32. Good. We're actually making more. Okay. I'll put the kitchen like over here. Then this area could be the cafeteria. That could actually be another entrance. Oh, actually, come into the cafeteria. Battlefield 5 is another AAA. Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, anything you would find in a game store is a AAA title. I realize I just placed all this dirt down and I'm removing it, but you know what? Whatever. Building plans change. Also, it is nighttime. Because it is nighttime, first things first. I'd go pick up all these job sites and place them inside. How long the animal cart takes to do that. Honestly, love animal cart. 120 seconds and then 120 seconds for. Ooh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Why it takes so long. Got the tailor shop down. We have unemployed 0, not positive or negative. Good to go. That's all the jobs I had assigned. And the kitchen's gonna be on this side. This will be where like the chef comes down to actually get. I'm actually running out of planks, so I'm using them all for building. Oh, that reminds me. I have multiple groups set up. So I think I got. That looks like. Otter doesn't need. Hit the. Yes, essentials. Like the long drive. I love the long drive. I might play some of that later tonight as like the chill wind down for because again I have that. In fact, in about an hour I have the noise ordinance where I live that kicks in, which means I have to stop being loud. And the long drive is a very relaxing game. I might play some long drive tonight. I'm because the plan is to stay up until midnight. I don't know if I'll stream until midnight. Not sure. Yeah, at some if I ever get bored of a long drive, I'll probably check out Jalopy. There's a couple games in that genre that interest me. The problem is because they're all kind of similar. It's like I might as well just play the one I've got, the one I already have. Does that make sense? Especially because money is an issue. That's all I gotta say about that. I think this is technically further away from the banner. Some of these guys, but I like the way it looks. Steve still valiantly manning the wall, preventing any hardened criminals from getting in here. But I actually like it. Locked off all but one by crates. Cook comes in, gets over here, and he does the job over here. Oop, that's the wrong. Serbia. Oh, really? That's neat. Oh, Yugoslavia. Hey, we have our first customer. I'm gonna actually stop you in the job. Sorry, buddy. I know you're currently unemployed, but it's okay. You'll get a new job soon enough. And by a new job, I mean the same job, just over here now. Did you not? Oh, you know what I could do to get them to stop doing that? Boom. Now they won't do that anymore. How are you? What are you doing all the way over here? Do you know who this guy is? Or what's in this game that I can make that look like tape? I don't use like. Watch the long drive. Long drive's interesting. If you've never watched anything about it, then it's best I don't tell you anything about it. Honestly, it's it's a game that's best experienced by experiencing it rather than being told about it. It's it's something. I'll tell you that. You know what? This does seem to be closer for some people. I presume it's these guys in here. God, it's bright in this room. Who are you, sir? Where do you work? Oh, you're the water gatherer. Oh. Oh, speaking of the water gatherer, I need to go put the grocer down there. Because they they have the longest strip. Oh, that'll kill me. Boys, I brought you a whole grocery store. Have fun. All yours. 5 a.m., huh? Getting late. Would I get a copyright strike if I pulled up a stream of the ball drop? Probably. Probably would get a copyright strike from that. Probably would get instantly taken down. There's nothing stopping me from putting up a countdown. Actually, there's no getting early. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, some days I get up at 5 a.m. to go to work. So yeah, getting early. Not inaccurate. Sometimes at 5 a.m. I get up to go to work. Dark. So you're definitely getting early. I also said I'd probably get in trouble for putting up a live stream of the ball dropping, the one in New York. Um, I figured I probably would get in trouble for that. As far as YouTube is concerned. And then like um I don't know. I don't remember what I said. You have to remember my memory is terrible. I don't remember most things. So weird. That's okay. Fine. You're gonna play a long drive. Maybe. I think that's a solid maybe right now. On this stream, or on overall on my channel, maybe at some point. It's definitely something I enjoy, and something I don't play a lot of myself. So having another reason to play it would be nice. But it's also not really a game. It's very much a winding down kind of game, as far as I'm concerned, for streaming. It's not a game I would, make a series out of. It's something I would play once or twice every once in a while. It's not something I would do long-term series. And I'm gonna give this guy a nice view outdoor. Also, because it's the kitchen, I'm gonna keep it nice and open air in here because I don't want this guy dying of carbon monoxide poison. Even though it's not a thing in the game, it probably never will be. But I like to imagine. I can imagine. Let's see. Still have 8 more animal carcasses. How much, dude? That genuinely takes forever. Barely moving. You know what? Given that YouTube always makes things look darker than it is, I imagine it probably looks uh, kind of nice, actually. When it's super ultra bright for me, it probably looks like very moderate for you guys. Maybe I'd have to watch the stream back to see. We have 375 wheat. We in no way have enough bakers. Okay, I need to get another cooking site down. And one job available. I don't really add people on Steam, Dark. Um, unless we play a lot of games together. I mean a lot. Uh, then I don't add people on Steam. Even if it's slightly less efficient, I'm gonna put links over the top of that they don't walk over the crate. I don't like seeing people walk over the crates. There we go. Now they can't walk over the crate. Steam I consider kind of like a private thing. I don't really like adding people on Steam. The only people on Steam know me, people on my Steam know me in real life. So, I'll say that much. Let me put it that way. Multiplayer games do I play? At the moment, not much. Valorant. It's even on Steam. That's about it. Actually, at the moment, as far as multiplayer games go, that's about it. Is Valorant. It's one of the reasons I specify on my YouTube about the channel that I will only stream as long as my health is doing well. And this is gonna be secret lore for anyone who's watching the Colony Survival series. Secret channel lore. I am horribly depressed in real life, and the only days I stream are days I feel like it because I am not great mentally most days, and so I don't stream on most days, and also because I work a lot. I work a lot, and I don't play games a lot. In fact, again, more secret lore for the Colony Survival watcher. Mainly you, Dark, at this point. Hardware, if it was not for Hardware Despair, I would not be doing any streaming. He is the reason that I got back into streaming and YouTube stuff. He was very encouraging and very inspirational. So I'm doing it because he's good. He's a good guy. And yeah, that's the secret lore over. Technically, I also play Valheim multiplayer, but I'm playing that with the Paladins Fae, which is my in-person friend group. I run a private server for myself and them. Hey, look at that guy die. Okay. I think probably, I'm going to say around 50 threat is probably when we would hire a daytime guard to stand up here. Just to make sure. Or when we start seeing them actually get up here. Got 2 more. Sure. 3. Set that to 5. At the lowest possible priority. Person where should not be your priority. But I want them to have 5 so I can... Sold. And I'll buy more of that. Hat in a box. Hats and boxes are king on the internet, honestly. Name me a YouTube channel that would not be improved by having a cat in a box. I'm just saying. You know what? I'm gonna think about Nile Red. I don't want Nile Red anywhere near a cat. If you're not familiar with Nile Red, I believe his channels are also Nile Blue and Nile Green. And let me put it this way: how to describe Nile? That shit crazy chemist. I think that about sums up his channel. Right, we only have 2 wheat fields, and we have a huge surplus in wheat. That's good. Where's the other cook? Can I hire a second cook? You have tools? You can use stone and copper tools. Ah, you must be the other cook. Get to it. Oh shit, I forgot you could punch them. I'm so sorry. I have accidentally Lucky Ballistics. I've never heard of that channel, but given the name you just said, I don't think they would be improved by cats either. I don't want them to have a cat. Sounds like a person I don't trust with a cat. I look at all these happy workers. Happy workers are hard workers. I might expand this building out so they have a pathway to walk down to get to the... So essentially there'll be like 2 crates. So there'll be... Imagine workstation, crate. Or workstation, standing place, crate. Walkway, crate, standing place, and workstation. Might make that. Big boom, big gun. Yeah, it makes sense with a name like Kentucky Ballistics. And a tank sometimes. I'm not surprised by that at all. Keep working, gentlemen. Work is appreciated. Yeah, so cooked meat's probably not going to be a way that we can actually maintain any kind of food in this colony, just because raw meat we only get one per animal carcass. Not going to be all done professionals. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, do not play with firearms or explosives. Leave that to the professionals. I have YouTube channels where people are quote unquote professionals that you can leave it to them and just watch them, or go watch MythBusters. Reruns of MythBusters are always good. Okay, let's see. What do we got for science? We got the anvil, and we got water pumping left to do. Might as well just unlock this so we have it, and then immediately go to the crafter and tell them never to craft those. Never. Tinker, can you make these water pumps? You cannot. Okay, good. No, he already started. Dang it. Hang on. Now what are you going to do? I'll wait for his job to reset. There we go. Yeah, nothing to do. Good. I'm glad you have nothing. You don't need anything to do. T90 Adventures. I don't think I've ever heard of that channel. Let's see. And we have the anvil now, which this would increase our threat by another 30. You think Steve could handle an additional 30 threat by himself? Find out. Maybe I did? Not sure. Hang on. Let me check my Discord with you. See. Also, look at all that science we unlocked. Oh, no, I actually did not watch that video yet. Is on my list of things. Easy to forget things. Copper lockbox requires copper ingots and colony point. Increases. Is the sacred failsafe? Awesome. That's part of the new feature. Got. Writer unlocks the writer parchment scrolls of knowledge. It's important to create more advanced science. Excellent. We're going to do that at some point. That unlocks parchment, scroll of knowledge. Writer's desk points. You can sell a scroll of knowledge for 3. Not bad. Tool distribution. That's a critical one. We got to get this one. It requires copper tools. Means we need to get an anvil man up and running. And archery requires copper tools. So we need to research copper. We need to research copper tools as quickly as possible, and we're gonna get this man. We're gonna upgrade Captain Steve to Captain Steve the Bowman instead of the Sling Man. So we need a anvil as soon as possible. I presume. He's already working on it. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. He's already hard at work getting us an anvil. Hell yeah. That takes leather and copper ingots, X3. Only make one of them. Don't need a lot of those. And anvil, the first anvil we have will go down right. What is coming up? The sun will come out tomorrow. I don't know any more of that song. Oh, there's the anvil. And then that takes copper tools, planks, and copper ingots, which means we're probably going to want to upgrade our smith, because this guy makes 1 copper ingot every 30 seconds. And it takes 180 seconds to make 1 copper tool, but takes 2 ingots. So it consumes 2 ingots every 180 seconds, or 1 ingot every 90 seconds. That consumes 1 ingot every 90 seconds. And archery, a copper bow, or copper arrow. That takes flax. Okay, good to know. We need flax, leather, and linen to make all this stuff. And at the Fletcher's bench, this takes 1 copper ingot and up 2 planks every 120 seconds to make 10 arrows. Okay, then we 450 wheat. Wait, we have 450 wheat. Sweet Jesus, we have 450 wheat. Oh my goodness, yes we do. Yeah, we got a lot of wheat. Let's see. Okay. Copper tools would be good though, because copper tools is a 4x crafting speed, whereas stone is 2x crafting speed. So we need to get this up and running a pronto. Go ahead and hire 1 additional colonist. Oh, that gave us 0.3 threat. If you look right there, that is our first colonist after 25. So that gave us 0.3 threat. 93 meals a day. 93 meals. 93 meals. And once again, we've got way more threat this time around, so we're gonna hang out on the wall with Captain Steve here and see if he needs our help. Just remember that torch. That torch right there is the farthest any of them have made it previously. Now we're gonna keep an eye on this. Or at least any that I made that have made it that I saw. And we still got full ammo for the sling. I mean, Steve's got 700 rounds before he runs out of. And I've got 49 in my inventory, and I can punch. So if it gets dangerous, we can make it through this night no matter what, because I'm here. And then, if enemies get to, like, here, we're hiring a second guard. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Ah, first enemy that survives a single shot are arriving now. These guys with the green shirts on. You see he had a health bar over his head. See? That's 2. 3. And 4. Yeah. 1 made it 10 blocks further. Oh, I must not have been watching. But yeah, now they're just gonna steamroll right over that. Yeah, I'm actually gonna start helping. Wait, I can punch from up here? Are you serious? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hire a second nighttime guard. Colony, manage jobs. Night Slinger guard. 2. Colony. So, first of all, we need more Slinger guards. Because Slinger guards can take out the base guys in 1 shot, but they cannot take these guys down in 1 shot. Give them, what, 4 shots to take down a green guy? Should have a guard coming up here to join us momentarily, because I did hire one. Yep, there he is. I think he was grabbing a meal, which is the first thing the guards do in the morning, every night, and then they... He should be enough to help Captain Steve take care of this. And Captain Steve will be their first recipient of our bow and arrow once we get that running. But this should be enough to cover for the rest of the night. Well, we'll see. Green guys might still make some problems, but we'll count. You see, one thing here is the slings will prioritize enemies that they can one-shot, and all weapons do that. All weapons will prioritize enemies that they can kill in 1 shot, versus enemies they'll take, or they're incapable of killing off. Two. Takes 3 sling bullets to kill. They weren't already working from a deficit when the second guy showed up. We might be doing a little, but might have to invest in a 3rd sling guard, because we upped our technology level pretty significantly. Yep, see, that guy got killed. Let's go ahead and actually hire a 3rd slinger guard as well. Where can he? I could put him right in the middle, but that's where I want the day guard. I don't know if we actually need a day guard. On normal difficulty, I don't think we need it. Let's slap down a night guard. Middle. That away. Hire a... Because remember, stone is free. And very easy to produce stone bullets. Everyone getting back to work. Including the miners, the most important men in the colony. Arguably. Because without them, the guards would have no ammunition. And guards cannot punch. So. Though without food, everyone dies. Really, everybody's very important. The man who makes the pots, extremely valuable. Guy who makes copper, not super valuable yet, but as soon as we start making arrows instead of stone bullets, going to be very popular. And we got plenty of copper. 410 copper, 45 copper ingots. We're definitely going to need a second smelter if we want to make arrows full time. Because it's going to get used up by copper tools. And copper tools are going to get used by everybody. Except for the tinkers who stone tools. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, hey, look, there he is, making copper tools. Absolutely fantastic. You should probably give the first set to yourself, is all. Like, does anyone have copper tools? You actually can't use copper tools. You can. And do we have any copper tools in storage? Don't have any copper tools in storage. Here's if anyone took a set of copper tools. It's okay if anyone did. I mean, someone's got to use them. At some point, people are going to start using copper tools. How long does it take to make copper tools? 90 seconds with stone tool. And that's 2x. So with 4x, it'll be 35 seconds per. Copper with copper tools. Still think I'm going to need a second smelter before I need any... 40 seconds. Then I'm going to go throw together a flax field. I believe is also 100 square tiles, so I'll leave a gap to denote this. Put flax on the other side. That way we know food's on one side, resources are on the other. We can easily fit a flax field down. Easily. Flatten out. This is the level of the mines. 1, 2, 5, 8, 10. Go down. Probably work even. And later on, we will actually unlock the builder. We don't have to do this stuff manually. 7, 8. Actually, I don't need. Right there. Oh, knock. Wax. Wax. 100 is the max. farmer before we bother recruiting a farmer. I think once we get this set up, I think we'll go make proper actual guard towers. Go. And we'll freight. Right about there is fine. And then let's go ahead and hire a flax farm. Boom. Now we have a flax farmer. 16 spare beds, and I can recruit 70 more colonists before reaching max population, because our max pop is 100. Oh, look, that one only added 0.2%. So colonists... Oh, wait, hang on, no. We hired several more before that. Ignore it. So, yeah, threat's not that big of a deal, honestly, I think. You're the flax farmer. You're the flax farmer coming down to get a meal. The closest thing to your work site is the mine grocery store. Sure, why not? I almost don't want you to start working, because I feel like you're going to... Oh, you're going to come in here and work. I almost don't want him to start working because it's going to skew his, when he's working, essentially harvest versus plants. It'll be fine. I don't care that much about the flax. The food I care about, flax is not going to starve people. I don't care about the flax. Also, because you don't use flax to make arrows. You use flax to make bows. And the Fletcher bench. Actually, no, the Fletcher bench takes... And then the next job we hire, I am going to want tailors. So I'm the tailoring bench back up. Oh, go tailoring bench up. Our guards, Captain Steve and his 2 stalwart minions, are ready to fight another night. Where should I add their guard tower? I want their guard towers to be... Maybe I should wait until stone before I build them real guard towers. I like building real guard towers and real walls like that. Even if I don't technically have to, it looks cool. And half of the point of this game is building stuff that looks kind of cool, because otherwise it's just our defense game, honestly. Let's see. It takes 4 slings to kill them. So I do more damage than the sling guards, even when I'm using a sling. Good to know. It takes me 3 bullets. It takes them 4. Good to know. So probably want to invest in some tinkers, because I noticed that we don't have like an abundance of bullets. Like, we have the number I set it to, but we were previously getting above that number because of just how many we were making compared to how many we were using. But now we're actually using a decent amount every single. So with 3 guards from the get-go, we'll see how well they get through our wall for defenses. And whether or not I'm going to have to stand here and guard every single night until we unlock archery. Because, long story short, every time you upgrade a tier of zombie, if you upgrade the next tier of weapon, it will also take care of them. Essentially, it'll keep them 1-to-1. Or at least it used to be that way. I don't know if it's still that way. I presume it is, but it's possible they changed that. Who knows? Do enjoy melted blocks though. Satisfying to me. Place the damn leaf. Oh, I'm out of leaves. Help if I was paying attention. Nice viewing angle. Watch all the zombies killed. I guess I should take that torch down, because I know for a fact that they weren't. They're making it plenty further than that now. I'll put it back down wherever the part of the zombie gets to. See how far they get. I'm betting they'll at least make it probably roughly up to where that torch was as soon as like multiple greens show up, like this guy right here, and with enough basic guys to soak some shots for them. I bet they will, or just pull aggro, get pretty far. So far, that guy's the winner. About 4 blocks from the far corner. Or anyone makes it. Now, if a red guy shows up, we're gonna have to punch him. Because slingers have a hell of a time fighting red guys. Because red guys are the tier above the green guys. Unless there's... I mean, there's new weapons. Like the cannon. So... And the grenade launcher. So I presume there's new bad guys in this. It would be pretty weird to introduce new weapons, but not introduce new bad guys, because then you would just build the highest tier weapon and you don't have to deal with anything. Oh, I think we're already past the worst of it. Out there. The 45 is almost 6 for you, friend. Still planning on going to bed exactly at 6? Uh, Given that minutes are usually the same no matter what time zone you're in, I would say it's 5:45, 9:45, my time zone. Yeah, see, this flax area is gonna be unfinished. Yeah, you know what? I care. I care enough to. That actually gives us flax. Yeah, it does give us flax. I believe flax only has a 1-day growing cycle, unlike wheat. We have a little bit of flax now. We're gonna need a bit of flax for the rest of time. For the rest of eternity. What is the one job we have filled? Taylor. Right. Right. That makes sense. 6 flax to make. Lingerie means. Thanks. That's very descriptive. Very useful information. All right, let's see. Go ahead and not all of the build the or hire the actual person for the tailor. We can afford to do. Got 15 beds left before we need to make another expansion of this. It is currently 9:47 for me. When I read that message out loud, it is 9:47. We can unlock archery. Oh, we've got multiple copper tools. That's a good sign. Tool distribution, I think, is the next one to go to. Because that's very, very useful. None of these increase. The stonemason requires linen. Yes. Now it's 9:48. Writer does unlock the statistics board. Requires a scroll of knowledge. The writer, I feel like I'm going to have to give his own. Maybe. I don't actually know that. Parchment requires skin. Interesting. So that's going to be 2 things that require animal carcasses. So the tanner's got to turn the skin into or the animal carcass into skin, and then he makes the skin into leather, and writer turns the skin into parchment. Interesting. Okay, so 2 things are going to be consuming animal carcasses from there. A scroll of knowledge requires 1 parchment, and 1 skin gets us 3 parchment. So that's a good way to get points, money essentially. Because 1 skin essentially costs us 5, or no, 5 divided by 3. 0.6, 0.3, 1.3. Either way, less than 5. And then, yeah, okay, that's not bad. That's not a bad combo right. Go ahead and unlock the writer. Launch a scribe. Says scrolls to gain new insights. A scribe requires 10 scroll shelves nearby. A scribe empties them, but they automatically fill. So the scribe is going to need his own building. Okay. Oh, the digger. The digger. This is how we get guys to do our manual labor for us. I want this stats board. I want the stats board. Cook also would not be bad because that unlocks fish. And that also unlocks bread. The grindstones to make bread. Yeah, that's unlocks bread meals. Ah, there we go. There is the email I was. Yep. Work. How have I not gotten this report? There we go. A moment, ladies and gentlemen. I have to read the report real quick to make sure everything is hunky dory. Oh my god. Of course it's them. Okay, that answers that question. Great, I'm gonna deal with that on Monday. I'm gonna have to deal with that a lot on Monday. The joys of being a manager, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's see. Stats board. Once the stats board has been placed and used, it gives insights into the activity of your colony. Yep, that's fine. Tool shop, first of all. Definitely going to get a couple of those down. What does the tool shop take to make? I presume you're the one building it. Planks and stone rubble. Well, first of all, we're going to run one of these down to the miners. They need one above all else. Above everybody else, the miners need a tool. Hello, boys. Have a tool shelf. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put this, like, this corner. There you go. Have a tool. You guys have tools and food. You now never need to come out of this hole. Stay in the hole. Okay. And writer's desk is ready to go. I presume the writer's desk is made pretty much solely of planks. It would surprise me if it was made with anything besides planks. Leather and copper tools and planks. Wow, okay. I guess that's probably just gating it for the sake of gating it, honestly. Yeah, Scroll of Knowledge requires 1 parchment in 180 seconds. That's not too bad. And eyeglasses. 1.2 craft times crafting speed. Oh, no. Okay, we got multiple kinds of tools. All right. All right. I see your game. Recruit 1 more colonist. That would be our writer. Our meals are still going up despite us recruiting people. Recruitment still costs 4 meals. So, meals are still going up. That's good. We have our smith cracking away at those. We've got both of our smelters smelting away all day long. I'm going to place another tool shop in here. Place someone's... Be like right there in the middle so everyone can... Not a terrible idea. So the banner's over there. For example, the cooks require tools, right? Dude, you know what? I think I will put the tool shop in this corner of the room, right here. You come down, you can go here, you can get your food, or you can go straight and get your tool. I think that makes sense. What do you need to make the tool? It was just planks and stone rubble, right? Yeah, planks and stone rubble. Let's go put that one up to... That seems... If I put one of those down, I want another one. Okay. let's go. One's coming up to sleep. Flax field is fully planted, which means it'll be fully grown in the morning, and then you'll be able to harvest it. Perfect, perfect. Oh, it already begins. Should be good, though. Which means we can focus on something else. For example, it looks like our wheat has finally stopped going up crazy fast. Means we're probably actually using it now. 79 berry meal. Took me 23 wheat gruel and 7 wheat. Looks like we're eating almost entirely just wheat at this point. Because we've got extra meat and the berry meals are being untouched. Which means we're doing great on wheat. Hey, they rebalanced this. You could not feed 32 colonists on 2 wheat last time I played this game. It was not possible. You were always building wheat last time I played this. Like, I think by the time I had like 32 colonists, I think in the old game, I think probably had like 6 farmers that were wheat farmers specifically. And like people making bread from that wheat. So they really, really heavily rebalanced food in this update. We're still doing good on logs, but it does look like it's slowing down. Probably have to deal with that. Probably have to just throw, like, probably when we get to like 40 colonists, I'll probably throw down an extra forester just to be safe. But we have lots of logs and we never run out. Oh yeah, look how fast we're chewing through bristling bullets right now. But I just saw him drop a green guy, so we're doing good on that front. 73 copper ingots. Okay, that's going up fast, which is nice. Oh, we've got earthenware luxuries to sell. You go ahead and sell those up. Ooh, scroll of knowledge 33 is actually how much. Nice. That's pure profit, baby. And go ahead and buy up to 20 of those. Can you set like a current funds lever 4 purchase? Is there a way we can set like a always maintain number? Maybe that's something we can do with a later level of like trader. Outpost, digger point store, special digger, crossbows, ropes, hemp, paper production, chicken meal, jeweler, poison, compass, poison. Nice. Dying, Iron Age, researcher, threat statue. More monsters from other outposts to the one. Yes, that's the one. I want that eventually, so you can make like full-blown strongholds. Oh, local animal carcasses. Oh, hang on. What's this? Required recipe unlocks. Animal carcass requires 3 raw chickens. Okay. I think it might be easier to just buy mass quantities of animal carcass, because by the time you can do this, right, it requires chicken. And I feel like you'd be better off using chicken for chicken meals rather than using it for animal carcasses. Animal carcass only costs 5. Have a good night, Dark. Get some sleep. I'm hope you enjoy your 2023. Here's hoping for a good year for everybody. Have a good night, Dark. Or I suppose have a good morning. But yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, because I mean we could sell 1 earthenware, and that gets us up to what? That's 6? Yeah, that's 6 animal carcasses by itself. I think just buying mass quantities of animal carcasses is going to be better in the long run than wasting your chicken on other production. Especially because by the time you get to this, right, that's chicken level. Right? That's chicken level technology. But it also requires you to have 1,000 colony points. And not a scroll of knowledge, but a book of knowledge, which is made in a printing press or a writer's desk. Let's go ahead and assume printer's press, right? Printer's press is... That's a researcher. Curse of self-improvement. Helps make books by using books so you can make more books. Wait, really? That's kind of great. I like that. Wrought iron, book of knowledge, paper. I didn't see printing press. That's something we can already research? No. That be printing press. Bronze lockbox. Bricks allows baking of clay into new types of bricks. Yes, excellent. Alright, scroll knowledge bronze ingots. That writer. Delete this unlock. Oh, scribe. Tablet of ancient wisdom. One of these has got to unlock the printing press. Paper production? Paper production. Paper maker's mold, paper, hemp, researcher, poison, fighter. Elevator. Chicken meal. Glass blower. The lead in there. Ceiling vials or lead or horizontal elevator. Horizontal. Interesting. Elevator. Interesting. Cotton hand can, luxury chest, launch steel glider. Gliders are a thing apparently. Oh, metal lathe, tabulating machine. I feel like by the time we've invented the tabulating machine, we should probably have the printing press figured out by then. I'm just saying. We don't already have like that. I don't know why I'm not seeing printing press, but sure. Book of knowledge. Made in printing press. Writer's desk. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the thing that actually scientific notes. Roper's bench. Iron Age? Oh, that makes traps. Jewelry? Probably not. Gold jewelry is worth 23 points. Are you telling me an earthenware pot is worth more points than gold jewelry? How does that make any sense? But sure. Sure. A gold ingot that requires 306 seconds to make. A gold ingot crafts one gold jewelry, and that's somehow worth less than an earthen pot. It sounds to me like the meta for getting points is to just make earthenware pots, because they're worth 30. They're worth 30 a piece. Sounds like that's the freaking meta for that. Or just copper ingots, honestly. Or scrolls of knowledge. Because animal carcasses make scrolls of knowledge, so that's recursive right there. You guys going? Who are you? What job are you? Oh, you're the woodcutter. Doing all the way out there. What on earth could you possibly have been doing out there? Oh, unless they're going down there to get tools because they think that's the next close. Because if there is a tool shop, they automatically prioritize that one tool shop over the banner. Maybe. Who do I need to have less priority here? You know, I can just slap it down right there. That's fine. That way you can go there to get. That way it's nice and close for everybody. Except for the cooks. Cooks need them to leave. As far as tools go. That way no one has to go to the banner. Because the farmers don't use. Yeah, the farmers don't use tools. We've got having plenty of flax come in. There we go. He's on it. That guy's on it. Oh, right. Of course, we're using it up. That's why it's... Yeah, that's 10 linen already. Or parchment. We've already got a scroll of knowledge. Excellent, excellent. Get linen, we can get the stonemason. Yes. I want stone. Look at all these building blocks to unlock. Stone, dark stone, cobblestone, stone bricks, black cobblestone, brown cobblestone, white cobblestone, bricks, black bricks, dark red bricks. Look at all these bricks. I want them. Needs brick. Kind of bricks. Kind of brick. Point is though, I want to make all these things. Oh, I want to make all these because building blocks, including gray quarter blocks, the stone missions. Great 50 Shades of Brick. No, that's a terrible pun. Oh, I approve of it though. Oh, what else? Get this with colony points. Emergency tool, sacred points to eliminate monsters. Recipe unlocks the beekeeper. That's how we get candles now. Okay. Candle needs nothing. Hives. Sacred wheat porridge. Wheat porridge and candle. Colonists eat one meal every day, receives one sacred meal when colonists eat. As long as we had the beekeeper. Work as a sanctifier. I'm guessing the sacred altar is where it's made. Yeah, because look, sacred altar. Sacred failsafe. Emergency defense mechanism using sacred points. Adds 500 sacred point capacity, non-stacking. Non-stacking. You can't just build. Unlock sacred point storage. Expend the amount of sacred points can be used by failsafe. I bet that increases our threat, though. Let's see. Pauses one threat. Yep. Adds 1,000 sacred points, but adds one threat. It's not that much, honestly, considering it's, what, 3 colonists worth-ish? Not bad. Bronze Age. Tin. Ink. Not where we unlock the tin. But brass isn't part of the bronze. Ropes. At some point, we'll figure out where we get freaking hard technology scribe. I think the scribe might be the next thing. Oh, that's 10 scrolls of knowledge. Okay. Stonemason. I think the stonemason is what we're gonna go for next because it requires this next 25 linen. Almost tempted to try and buy that linen. I know we could just make it, but I want it. I want it now, Daddy. I love the movie. I just hate that low tree. Flax farmer didn't actually finish his field in one, or it already. No, it didn't. Dark spot here. Didn't get to any of it. Okay. Well, that's fine. Also, it occurs to me that it actually does a single day, so there's no point. That's fine. As long as he's got work to do every single day, fine. It shows that we still are making more forage than we're actually consuming every day. Probably need another canner, honestly. Getting any leather. I think the leather we're getting. I've copper tool. As a note, I just want to double check. I can't remember myself. Copper tools only require copper. Planks and copper ingot. Check on the how they're doing. Down so I can see phase well in my peripheral vision. See. Oh, this is support. Yes, I need. That's one done. Oh, the stonemason actually doesn't require the scroll of knowledge. It just requires linen, copper tools. Trouble. Okay. Fine. Cook. I presume the cook stove can make a lot of stuff. Used to fill the dining area with those. Sure. That's what it does. And then fisherman. The fisherman, if I remember correctly, used to be like S tier food. I don't know if it still is. Crafting time 186. Raw fish, crafting time. Every 64 seconds we get one raw fish. And every cooked fish is a meal. That's good. It's 40 seconds consume raw fish firewood. So for one cook and one fisherman, the bottleneck is going to be the fisherman. I need to find out how long a day is in this game. Survival date. 12 minutes. Oh, hang on. 12 minutes in length, 30 seconds per in-game hour, and 2 in-game hours per minute. Daytime starts at about 4:30 and ends at 7, or 1900 hours. So for, let's just round it up to 5 o'clock that they start. That would mean that they're operating for 14 hours a day. Okay. So about 14 in-game hours is 7 real-life minutes. So 7 times 60, working with 420 seconds a day. So a fisherman can fetch, or can catch 6.5 fish a day. Okay, so let's round it up to 2, so that we have an even 12. So we have an even 12 fish. And 12 fish takes 40 seconds each to cook. 40, 480 seconds. And I believe we're working with 420 seconds a day. Yeah, 420 seconds a day. So we would need like 3.2 cooks to keep up with 2 fishermen. And that would be 12 meals a day. That's not great. That's really bad. I think fish is probably going to be useful for a like intermediate food source. Like probably something else that uses fish to make a higher tier meal is probably what I'm going to get at. Oh, that's the end of the line for that, but I'm betting there's probably like a high tier fish meal. Maybe there isn't. Although it's also possible that we use fish for oil. Full or pot water and bile. Find. I don't know. I'm not sure what the end up use of fish is going to be. Oh, printing press. We have to unlock steel to get the press. That doesn't sound. That unlocks brass precision parts, machine tools, the manuscript. Next version. Knowledge looks probably. Printing press, of course, which is very expensive. That's not going to be something we can do soon. Type, excellent. Book of knowledge. Oh, that unlocks the book. Wait, we need books of knowledge to get the books of knowledge. But oh, that unlocks the printing press version. That unlocks the musket, rope trap, launch glider, cotton, all kinds of fun stuff at that point. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a short break here. I will be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have returned. We're gonna get right back into it. And ultimately, I think pretty soon we are going to wrap up. No, should a all the way to midnight stream? Play some long drive and kind of chill. Not sure yet. Undecided. Maybe put up a countdown timer on screen. To midnight my time. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Before we do head off though, I'm gonna just double check. What are we working on right now? Get the cook. That's fine. I bet the stove can probably do the job. Some of these other. Probably gonna want Tanner though. Problem. Otherwise, the writer will consume all, or the Tanner gets a chance to do it. But the Tanner's making parchment. That you made parchment. No, you don't. You are making leather. That's good. All the leather's instantly being consumed by this guy over here. Like right now, he's making another Tanner bench, finally. That takes linen, and we just got to leave it. Okay. Okay. I think I want... Oh, we can unlock archery. Might as well. Don't need it right now, but we can... Engineer requires gold ingots, knowledge, and 100 colony points. We're not getting that anytime soon. Copper lockbox we could get. I don't think we need to. Let's be unlocked. This doesn't lead into any risk. Until we need to get more colony points, I'm just gonna... We don't need to waste points. I don't think we need to waste points on the failsafe either. Mostly on the linen. Taylor, what's going on with this? Making infinite linen, just being used up faster than you can. Copper, comparison with copper, copper 2, words. Words are getting harder for me, ladies and gentlemen. Not head to bed. I think we'll put it off and head in. Now that we've got that science read. I think. Actually, I don't want it. So, might as well grab this. Sell this again. I can't sell this. Go ahead and that'll get us up to being. I want them to not make. Assume it's made. No, it's not. Down here. I want you to not make any. Not for the moment. Causes 3 threat per lockbox. Okay. Okay. When you get up to 250 capacity, you get the miner. Or the, not the miner. Self-required. Scrolls of knowledge. Of ancient requires clay tablet. Tribe's dead. 4 clay tablets and pots are made. Oh. Makes from 3 clay and 2 pots, it makes 2 empty pots made. And 4 clay tablets and 1 clay tablet to make tablet of ancient. I just got an achievement called Horn of Plenty. Hold 100 colony points. Enough. Oh, I forgot we can also upgrade this stuff with colony point. Health, banner safe zone, and colonist capacity. Don't need right now, but we bump that up pretty easily because we're only at 32 out of 100 total capacity. It only costs 100 points to upgrade that to 150, so we're doing good on that right now. And then health could be good because we're currently at level 0 health. That's our personal health, by the way, not like colonist health. And then banner safe zone is always a solid upgrade. Other than that, I think at the beginning of this night, where we're gonna leave it off. up to my perch. I think right here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick it off. Kick it off next time. If you are currently watching the stream, do stick around. I'm going to be immediately starting a second stream, another stream for tonight, where we're going to watch. We're gonna play The Long Drive. I'm probably not gonna talk very much because again we are in quiet hours now. I'm gonna throw up a countdown to itself. Ladies and gentlemen, I will return shortly, unless you were just here for Colony Survival, in which case, have an excellent morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. And also, a Happy New Year's, because it is now probably 2023.